Down the sidelines to the end zone. Touchdown.
Live from Plaquemine, this is Game Time on Your View, brought to you by McDonald's. Hello, everyone. Tonight we have a Division II non-select semifinal game. The Plaquemine Green Devils trying to get to the state championship game for the first time in school history. Meanwhile, Cecilia trying to get back there again after coming up a little bit short last year. And hello, everyone. Jeff Lorm along with my broadcast partner, Greg Bowser, and this should be a fun one, a high-scoring game. When you take a look at the seeding, Cecilia's 18, Plaquemine is 6. Cecilia had some injury issues during the middle of the season, suffered 3 losses. And, Greg, there's many people looking at this game, even though Cecilia is the 18th seed, some of them are saying, hey, Cecilia is actually the favorite in this one.
Well, Cecilia, the coaches feel really good about what they do. And offensively, they move the football. They don't have any problems. They do some things on the defensive side that's a little strange, but we'll see if they can get there with that. And they have a lot of confidence down on the field before the game. Talking to them, they're not short of confidence coming in this game.
Yeah, they've been on the road so far in this postseason. They got to win one more to get to the Dome. Let's talk about some of the key players. We got some great skill position players. First of all, led by Diesel Solari for Cecilia.
Well, Cecilia's offense, they're averaging 46 points a game coming in. That's 7 starters back from last year, so very expensive and very experienced. And you talk about Diesel, he's the key to it. He can run with the football and he can throw it pretty well. The coaches really like what he does because they can trust him with the ball. He makes good decisions.
I think Plaquemine is one of the most underrated teams in the state, and one of the most underrated players in the state is this running back here, Tyrese Mosby.
Tyrese Mosby is the one. He's the one that's going to decide this football game for Plaquemine, because as he goes, that's how the offense goes. They score a lot of points as well. They're averaging a bunch of points a ball game. They don't have trouble scoring, and when he has the ball in his hands, good things happen. So he's going to get a lot of carries tonight.
The winner will be heading to the Caesar Superdome. It'll be either Plaquemine or Cecilia. We have kickoff coming up next here on Game Time.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and get free large fries with $1 minimum purchase. Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. Egan Insurance, a Hickenbotham partner, family to family, business to business. Gidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976.
Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge, progress and performance that never stands still.
Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yurview.com.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it! Good job! Good job!
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy! Get it done!
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There's a look at the Cecilia Bulldogs, the 18th seed, led by head coach Dennis Gaines, and they've been road warriors during this postseason play, coming off a quarterfinal win over North DeSoto, 57-40. And there's the Plaquemine Green Devils, only the 6th time they've made it to the semifinals in school history. This is the first time they've hosted, though, since 2014, and they've never been to the Caesar Superdome for a state championship game. Nearly all of St. Martin Parish is here tonight, as Cecilia has brought a lot of folks, and Plaquemine side, it is filled as well. It should be a great atmosphere. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, and that is former Parkview Baptist star and LSU Tiger Terry Beckwith.
Plaquemine has 34 playoff appearances, but only 1 state title to show for it. But getting a second title is not about them. It's about the school and the community. Cecilia guys is in the same boat. They only have 1 state title. They got close last year, but they lost to Opelousas in the state title game, so they're hungry to get back. In a game like tonight, both teams will leave it out on the field. And like the great Fats Domino said, after tonight, someone will be walking to New Orleans. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, very good, Darius. There you take a look at the Cecilia Bulldogs coming in with a record of 10-3. And let's give you our keys to the game, brought to you by Egan Insurance. Egan Insurance, a Higginbotham partner, family to family.
Well, Cecilia, you got to slow down with Mosby. Number 4, you got to slow him down. If you don't, you're going to be in for a long night. And the second thing, they've got to be alert on special teams. One of the things that they really like to do, Plaquemine likes to do, is fake punts and fake field goals and things like that. So you got to be alert. And if you're Plaquemine, you got to contain the diesel. He's the key. He makes it go, and then finally create some turnovers.
Yep.
You got to get the ball back on short field, do something special, and that's going to be the key for him to win tonight.
And you would expect, with all the points that we are expecting here tonight, Greg, you're not going to necessarily see a lot of 3-and-outs. You're not going to see a lot of maybe a first down and then the drive stalls. You're going to have to steal some possessions in order to win this football game.
That's what you're going to have to do. And, you know, with the team speed out here, a lot of plays can go all the way. You take a short screen pass, and all of a sudden it ends up being a long touchdown run. That's the kind of things that changes the football game.
All right, so Cecilia will kick it off here. As Cecilia, what a run they have made through the postseason. They've been on the road for every game. Started off by beating Pearl River 50-29. Great win over Lutcher in the second round, a 49-41 score there. And as I just mentioned, they defeated North DeSoto last week, 57-40. Meanwhile, Plaquemine has been home throughout the playoffs, shutting out Grant 43-0, then defeating Northwest 49-34, and then knocking off the defending state champs last week in Division II non-select as they defeated Opelousas 35-22.
Well, you know, Cecilia, we talked about their special teams. It's not unusual for them to onside kick it or pooch kick it, but do something special. So the receiving team has got to be ready all the time.
Aiden Landry gets a good leg into it as he kicks it towards the corner there, and it's going to be picked up. This is John Walker. He's got 3 returns for a touchdown on kickoffs, and he is tackled as he got up to the 18-yard line. There's a flag down. Frankie Frank making the tackle there for the Bulldogs, as there's probably going to be a block in the back here. Our officials are from the New Orleans Officiating Association. That's Mike Summers.
Yeah, he called a blindside block that time.
So the Green Devils will start from their own 7-yard line, led by Nico Victorian, their senior quarterback, who has thrown for nearly 2,000 yards on the season. He's completed 65% of his passes, 27 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. First play from scrimmage, and they give it to Mosby, and he shoots out of there like a rocket coming out of the launch pad as he gets about 8 or 9 yards right off the right side. 2,350 yards rushing on the season, Greg.
Well, we'll see how Cecilia plays this, because their defensive front is very small, and they have trouble against the run. That's why they line up in different formations to try to surprise people.
Nice open field tackle by B.J. Gordon, who signed with the Louisiana Raging Cajuns this week. He was the most outstanding player in the state championship game for Cecilia last year with 16 tackles in that game. He's got 136 tackles on the season. Third down and short. And you give it to Mr. Reliable here as Mosby is going to pick up the first down. He needed 1. He ended up getting about 3 yards there as Mosby gets the first down, our first down of the game. There's a look at Nico Victorian, second leading passer in the Baton Rouge area, as I mentioned. He can run it as well. He's got an accurate arm. He's got a live arm. And running with the football is Victorian here as he got it all the way up to the 45-yard line before he's escorted out of bounds by Frankie Frank. Another Green Devils first down. Now let's take a look at your starting lineups here for Plaquemine. Brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. Told you about Mosby. Terrific wide receivers as well. Walker, Maloney, Henderson, Wilby. And we'll tell you a little bit about the offensive line as they go to Mosby again. Running hard off the right side. He gets about 8. Frank in on another tackle. DeAndre Riley is a 3-year starter there. Luke Lewis is a 2-year starter on that offensive line. Jacoby Young, a 3-year starter. They give it to Mosby again. Mosby, a good stiff arm, and then taken out of bounds. Another first down for Plaquemine. And there's again, as we continue to look at that offense, this is an offensive line that gets together every Thursday to eat, and they have a great group there. Now they are missing Lamarion McNeil, who broke his right arm, and so they're missing one of their better offensive linemen, so we'll have to see how that affects them here tonight. That was Bryson Guidry, who had 10 tackles last week. He makes a tackle there, a loss for a yard. 2nd down and 1 here for the Green Devils. Victorian surveying that defense now. Clean pocket. Zips one over, and it was incomplete. Nearly threw an interception. Ellis Stewart was there defensively, nearly got it as he was trying to get it to Tyron Henderson.
Well, Victorian had a lot of time back there. Watch how much time he's got to throw the football. Just nobody open. Really good function. He threw an interception there.
Now 3rd down and 11. The fans from Cecilia making a lot of noise on the far sidelines. Victorian checking with the sideline here.
Plenty of time on the play clock to get the play in.
And they'll run it right up the middle with Mosby, and Mosby will get all the way across the 40. Now he is 5 yards short in a game like this. Greg, what do you do on 4th down?
I think you got to go for it once you cross midfield, especially with this offense and the skilled people that they have, the explosiveness they've got. I think you have to go for it.
So they will on 4th down and 5. A little bit of movement there from Cecilia on that defensive line, but nobody jumps off sides. You see only 2 down linemen. Now this is what they call the prowl. They'll have guys just kind of moving around. Very difficult for the offense to figure out who to block. Now moving is Victoria. Victoria throws down deep. Has his man. Touchdown, Green Devils. Big time play there on 4th down as he finds Henderson, who catches his 4th touchdown pass of the year.
Well, you know what made that possible is that, first of all, Victorian had plenty of protection up front. Nobody got to him. He was able to slide in the pocket just a little bit. That gave his receivers a chance to go downfield. So he just slides over just a little, buys more time, and he's wide open.
The first of what should be many big plays here tonight. Ellis Stewart was there on the coverage, but Henderson got behind him. His 28th catch of the season is a beauty, and Plaquemine strikes first. The extra point try, and that is good. Good start here for Plaquemine. Now we'll get to see Cecilia's offense. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride here tonight from Plaquemine on Game Time.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
I am a Mercedes girl. I like the way the C-Class drives, and of course I like the looks of it too. It fits me and I fit in it.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
Good start here for the Plaquemine Green Devils as Nico Victorian just threw his 28th touchdown pass of the season on 4th down, and the Green Devils took them about 2 minutes and 42 seconds, but they are on the scoreboard here. And now Cecilia very dangerous in the return game because they got some great return men back there, including Ellis Stewart, and nearly he broke one. He's already had 1 kickoff return for a touchdown this season, and he was maybe a defender away from making it 2. So Diesel Solari, if you haven't seen him play yet, well, you are in store for a treat here tonight. The numbers are not as big as you normally would see him. He's a 4th-year quarterback. He was injured in and out of the lineup this season, had an ankle injury, 1,253 yards passing, 19 touchdowns throwing, and he's rushed for 12, runs right up the middle, and he gets stuffed How about that for a statement on the first play from the scrimmage by this Plaquemine Green Devils defense, and they are fired up, led by Paul Smith, number 74. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for the Cecilia Bulldogs. Again, brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. Jones, Gordon, Stewart, Dore, Jermaine Davis on that offensive line. It's Landry, Sebel, Duplichin, Jorne, and Menard on that offensive line for Cecilia. Second down and 10. Solari rolling to his left. The left-hander finds a man and is complete for a first down. And that's one of his main targets. That's Ellis Stewart. That's his 24th catch of the season. Nearly 600 yards receiving. And he's got 8 touchdowns on the year.
It's a good job of just finding your receiver, buying time, and look at the arm angle. He just had to side on that ball and got it in there.
An RHD first down, and now they give it to Stewart on the end around, and he is tackled and brought down by Dalen Jenkins, who's got over 25 tackles. He was hurt last year, was Jenkins, but he's got some good speed to try to keep up with these skill position players for Cecilia. Stewart, he can run it as well. He's got nearly 500 yards rushing on the season and 7 rushing touchdowns. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard run by Stewart. Then you got the big running back, too. Braylon Keller. And they're going to pitch it to him. This guy is trouble once he gets going if you're a defender. And he's good open field tackle there. Brought down just shy of the first down marker, as that was Roderick Bingham, who's got over 75 tackles on the season. So third down and a yard here for Solari and the Cecilia Bulldogs.
We'll see if Braylon Jones gets another carry. A big running back like that should be easy to pick up extra yards there. You just let.
Well, Solari is so fast, so quick, breaks a tackle inside the 20, and then steps out of bounds, and there's going to be a late hit there as Solari, and now we're going to have some shoving over on the far sidelines. Hopefully this situation gets cooled quickly, and I think it will.
Yeah, they've got to get that. Got to get the guys out of there.
And
you know what's strange is I think that was a late hit.
Dennis Gaines not happy at all at one of his offensive players. Is coming off the line there is Kristen Landry, the offensive lineman. There's Dennis Gaines in his 9th season. Tremendous job he has done at Cecilia, the former Turlings Catholic Rebel, trying to lead Cecilia to its first state title since 1995.
Jeff, I think it was going to be a late hit on Plaquemine. But then a Cecilia offensive lineman ran over, and he hit somebody after that on the Plaquemine side. I think that's what the coach is upset about.
Yeah, probably going to end up being offsetting penalties.
Foul. 55 on white. Personal foul. 16 on black. Those penalties were offset. Replay first down.
Penalties against both teams. And I think that's what the coach was upset about. You had a 15-yard penalty. Why did you go and do that? And now they offset.
So another resources for human development first down, and inside the red zone, the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with Hope. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Solari waiting for the snap, and now they hand it off to Kelly. Kelly trying to turn the corner. Another good open field tackle here. There's a flag down as well. That was Bingham, the free safety, coming up and making a tackle as he brought down Kelly. And we'll see what the flag is about.
Yeah, we'll see if they got a holding out on the corner. One of the receivers was out there blocking, and that may be what they got him for.
They're holding on the offense, number 22. Be a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Watching the left of your screen, you see the holding, number 22 right there. Good call. Just outside.
And Jermaine Davis ends up committing the holding penalty. This will back him up all the way to the 23-yard line. And they're going to need to get to inside the 11. So this will be first down and 17 or so. Solari will heave it downfield, and it is going to be intercepted. Or did he hang on to it? No, he couldn't hang on to it. Eric Riley was right there for the interception as they tried to just lob it up for Ellis Stewart to go get it, but Riley was in position to bring that one down and couldn't.
Well, Ellis Stewart LSU's got man-to-man coverage here, so you just throw it up. You think you can out-jump him, and it's a 50-50 ball, but the defender was playing the football better than the wide receiver that time.
And a nice job by Stewart to break it up. So now 2nd down and 17. Calais and Solari in the backfield. They'll have 3 wide receivers to the far side, the tight end on the near side. Solari looking one way, goes back the other way as they set up the screens, and B.J. Gordon. Gordon's got a blocker in front of him. Gordon trying to get into the end zone, and he is going to be in the end zone for a touchdown for Cecilia. Bulldogs score on their opening drive, and we're 1 point away from a tie game.
So Brent Gordon that time did a good job of reading his block, was coming back for the football, and you see they got plenty of offensive people out in front of him and was able to get it in the end zone.
This B.J. Gordon, a 4A all-team selection last season. As I mentioned, the most outstanding player in the game for Cecilia in the state title game, signed with the Louisiana Raging Cajuns on Wednesday. Very versatile, hardworking. When he's on defense, he's a tackling machine, great cover guy, and he's also an electric player on the offensive side of the ball, and he'll burn you as well in special teams. There was movement on the left side there against Plaquemine.
I think the defense is going to be offsides. Might have gotten in the neutral zone.
Hey, Coachman, on the defense, number 13. Trying to be half the distance. Retry.
So they're going to move the ball up to the 1.5-yard line, and Dennis Gaines will elect to go for 2 at this opportunity. And I think in a game like tonight, where it's going to be a basketball game type score, Greg, I think any opportunity you can get a point, you take it. And I think that's what Dennis Gaines is thinking here. Calais will be the running back in the back here in this pistol formation. Solari takes the snap. Solari running hard, and he's in there. And Cecilia has grabbed the lead, 8-7. B.J. Gordon into the end zone. And we got a 1-point game midway through the first quarter here on Game Time.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh,
okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild? Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish. Your favorite holiday? Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the Borderos at all 7s.
Bonus question. Favorite attorney, David or Digger?
I plead the 5th.
Well played.
Wise choice.
So many playmakers on this Cecilia team, and B.J. Gordon is just one of those guys. This was a really nicely designed play by Cecilia as Gordon gets into the end zone as he scores his 11th receiving touchdown, and that was our smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile. It's now time for our scoring drive, brought to you by Hampton Automotive, your comfort specialist. And they were trying one of those onside kicks that you were talking about, Greg.
Yeah, they give you some different looks on special teams. Just trying to do something different, keep you on your toes.
On the kicking team, 5-yard penalty. Free kick.
That an offsides on the kicking team.
This is not the biggest Cecilia team. They're on the small side. They obviously got a lot of speed. They got a lot of quickness, but Dennis Gaines not afraid to roll the dice here or there, especially with all of this athleticism on the field, to try to steal possession. I think that's just going to be so key in a game like tonight.
No, I think it's going to be key, but you got to be careful that you don't overdo it and get yourself in behind the 8 ball in terms of long yardage situations and having it kick from your own 35.
All right, so Aiden Landry has it teed up once again. Plaquemine, they're ready for anything here. I would imagine they spent a lot of time trying to figure out all the different stuff that Cecilia was going to throw at them here tonight. But they got a coach at Plaquemine that really takes a hard look at special teams, works on it a lot, and that's Donald Williams. He still is the special teams coach. And staying on his feet on the return is John Walker. We never got a chance to introduce the starting lineup for the Cecilia Bulldogs defensively. And Ken Baptiste, Ryland Hardy, Connor Elair, Braylon Jones, Ben Terrio, Bryson Guidry, B.J. Gordon, Nathan Thornton, and Calais is also on defense along with Ellis Stewart and one of the best names in all of high school football, Frankie Frank. That is legit there, folks. But I love it. And then there's the coach I was just telling you about, Donald Williams, 30 years old, hired in March of 2023. He was an assistant at Plaquemine for a long time before he was able to get the head coaching job. And he's a former Grambling player, played at Bruley High School as a running back, was able to learn from Doug Williams and Broderick Fobbs when those guys were his head coaches at Grambling. And he has done an outstanding job with this program. 2nd down and 6. They come into this game on a 12-game winning streak. They lost the season opener against Zachary, and no one has really come close to touching them since then. 3rd down coming up. Nice job that time by Cecilia to hit Mosby a couple times, make sure that he wasn't able to get something going. Braylon Jones was one of the defenders there. And 3rd down and 3. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Green Devils, and they give it to Mosby again. Mosby shedding tacklers as he gets up to the 45-yard line. Another hard run there once again. Calais on the tackle, but another Green Devil 1st down.
Mosby's running so hard, he's about to run out of his pads there. I mean, you see his shoulder pads are coming off. He's just a tough guy to bring down. Man.
Averaging nearly 11 yards a carry. Now they go to the air, set up the screen. This is John Walker, the 5th. John Walker is out of bounds at the 25-yard line as John Walker's got 39 catches. This kid is only a sophomore, 800 yards receiving on the year. And that is a Resources for Human Development 1st down. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quick swing pass to the near side and hit the ground.
We got a good shot of the speed on this Plaquemine team when John Walker took that pass and just accelerated. And it looked like he was going to be caught around the corner, but he just went off and outran everybody.
That's Dejan Ballone, who they were trying to get the football to. 2nd down and 10. He's got great hands. He's got 4.5 speed, so they want to get him involved in this game as well. Mosby, another good carry here. Bounces again off the tackler, but the second guy got able to wrestle him down to the ground on the tackle. That's Nathan Thornton, the 4th, making the tackle there for Cecilia. And it's now 3rd down and 9. They got 2 downs to get it, with the football at the 24-yard line. And they lost one towards the end zone, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Ellis Stewart. He brings it out from deep on his own end zone. Staying on his feet to get out of bounds at the 17-yard line. First turnover of the game, and Ellis Stewart gets the interception.
Well, Ellis Stewart that time, he was playing corner. That was not his man, but nobody came in his zone. He just drifted back and read the football and was able to get over and pick it off. So he didn't have anybody covering him, so he just goes over and nice interception.
First interception of the season for Stewart. Got the ball out to the 16-yard line. Cecilia gets the ball back, up by 1. Stewart had a big game last week on defense against North DeSoto. Had a fumble recovery and a couple of pass breakups. Now on 1st down, Solari, that sidearm throw. And now this is Ellis Stewart doing it on offense. Stewart all the way up to the 38-yard line. This kid can do it all. Stewart, he also plays quarterback. He spent a lot of time playing quarterback when Solari was down with the injury. 1st down and 10 at the 44. Calais will be stopped a yard or 2, and that's just it. That was Micah Plant making the tackle. His first year of varsity football, 35 tackles on the year. A kid that has a pretty high motor. And it's now 2nd down and 8. Plaquemine certainly has more size on that offensive and defensive line. They got to take advantage of it. Solari again getting it out to That was Stewart once again, and Stewart, he's just not going to go down easy. Stewart, Coach Skane said the light's never too bright for this kid. He says he's the best athlete in their school. And I mean, that's saying something when you got guys like Solari and Calais and B.J. Gordon. But Coach Skane says this is the best athlete they have at Cecilia. 3rd down and a short one now for the Bulldogs. And we have a whistle, and we may have a timeout here. Maybe no timeout. Just I'm not sure what that was all about. Allows everybody to kind of catch their breath here a little bit. So on 3rd down and a short one for the Bulldogs. Low snap, Solari able to get out of trouble though, and Solari, and he's off to the races. One guy to beat, and he got down to the 8-yard line. It was a low snap, looked like maybe the play would go nowhere. Instead, it's a huge play, and that was one of the things that Coach Skane's talked about Solari's ability to get out of trouble, and he did right there.
Yeah, you watch Diesel Solari. He picks the ball up and never really loses his focus downfield. He still uses speed to get into the secondary, and one man away from taking it all the way to the end zone.
They are inside the red zone, brought to you by Hope Credit Union. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. 1st and goal, and what do we have? Timeout going to be called with 2:22 to go as Plaquemine calls it. They're down by 1, 8-7. Next week, it is the Prep Classic.
Your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage. Halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
32 teams competing tonight to get to the Caesars Superdome. 16 of them will make it, as we'll have 8 championship games, 3 on Thursday, 3 on Friday, and then 2 on Saturday. A little bit different, as the NFL now asking really the state and the Superdome and the Saints, everyone, that they need to get into the Superdome that night for the Saints to host the Commanders the next day. So that's why only 2 games on Saturday. But anyways, here we go. Diesel Solari, 1st and goal at the 7. Solari lofts one into the corner of the end zone. Going up and getting the 50-50 ball is Ellis Stewart. Wow. He started this drive with the interception in the end zone, and he finishes it off with the touchdown catch in the end zone.
There goes that guy again. I mean, he does a great job of battling for the football and going up and getting it at his highest point.
Man, that was impressive there. Just great hands, great routes that he runs. Not only is he one of the top football players, he's the best basketball player they have at Cecilia, best baseball player. He runs track. He's made state in the speed relays. Just an absolutely terrific athlete. And Cecilia now, after hitting the extra point, they lead it 15-7. A little quiet on the Plaquemine side.
Yeah, that'll take the crowd out of it a little bit. I think it was a big interception down here. Plaquemine looked like they had something going, and all of a sudden turned the football over.
Again, I'll say it again, in a game like this, when you don't score, you're going to be, it's an uphill climb. Let's take a look at your catch of the game, brought to you by Guidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976. Ellis Stewart, there's just not a competition there. Eric Riley was doing all he can to potentially knock that football away, but not with Ellis Stewart there. And now your Hampton Automotive scoring drive, 7 plays, 83 yards. It was the Ellis Stewart show, wrapping it up with that 5-yard touchdown catch.
And then we come back on the kickoff, and you got to be ready because you never know.
Yeah. And he's not taking off a play here. He's out there once again, which is pretty phenomenal what this kid does. Just a diverse player out there for Cecilia. He's 6 foot, he's 185 pounds, and that ball gets loose, and Cecilia got it. Plaquemine was nonchalant, and there's Ella Stewart again. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah, we said it's going to be exciting on the kicking team for this Cecilia team. They like to do stuff like that. Just a great little pooch kick, and not sure what the Plaquemine guys were doing.
No. And I know Donald Williams is probably saying this is what we were talking about all week. They're going to try to take advantage of every little situation, and maybe Plaquemine thought that ball was going to go out of bounds. So Cecilia back at it as here's Solari. Solari's got a first down to the 15-yard line.
I tell you, this Cecilia team offensively just keeps coming at you, man. They just keep coming after you.
No, it's just one wave after another as they are back inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. Not too many teams slow them down this year. Central shut them out, but again, no Solari in that game. Central's really good defensively. Here's Calais on the carry, and Calais bouncing off a couple tacklers himself, and then he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And then last year when they played in the state championship game, they only scored 13 points against Opelousas. But other than that, these guys are putting up points in bunches.
They've got a great mixture of speed on the outside at the skill positions. And, you know, the offensive line is a decent size, not huge, but just a decent size to let them run the football when they need to.
So 2nd down and 5 now here at the 10.
Hey, Coachman, on the defense, number 10, be a 5-yard penalty. So 2nd down.
So a penalty going to be against Plaquemine as they just jump off sides pretty much the entire line.
Trying to anticipate the snap count.
Now here's Solari running off to the right side. Good job by the Plaquemine defense. It's time for the Green Devils now to pull off some sort of a turnover. Micah Plant on the tackle.
57.
Yeah, Plaquemine, you know, they didn't want to turn the football over, and you've turned it over twice now. And if you're Cecilia, you got to take advantage of it. Last time they scored a touchdown on it, they're right back down there again. And they can get a first down, I believe, without picking up a touchdown.
No,
they're inside there.
Yeah,
right.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4. Calais in the backfield. Power 5 schools are looking at that young man. Solari finds a seam, and he finds the end zone for another Bulldogs touchdown. And now they lead it 21-7. No surprise to see 4 touchdowns in the opening quarter of this football game.
Just a little surprised at the turnovers that they happen so quickly. All right, Solari, they're just running right off tackle with a lead block, and nobody touched him until he got to the end zone.
No, nice big hole off the left side of that line. And now Aiden Landry, who has made 65 extra points, will try to make it 66. And it is now 22-7 as your Hampton Automotive scoring drive as Solari gets into the end zone. His 20th, check that, 13th rushing touchdown of the season. Last week, he had a couple of touchdown runs. He rushed for over 200 yards in that game last week against North DeSoto. Let's send it down to Derry Beckwith with this ITI Technical College scoring drive. Derry, your thoughts after watching Cecilia here for nearly 12 minutes?
It reminds me.
Hold on, we'll get Terry's mic going here. Go ahead, Terry.
It reminds me of the old Urban Meyer offenses with Tebow, Percy Harvin, and Chris Rainey. They have so many weapons offensively, and they're keeping it simple. They're putting the ball into the playmaker's hands. They're doing tunnel screens with Stewart. They're doing quarterback runs with Solari. They're doing tunnel and bubble screens and jailbait screens with Gordon. So what they're doing offensively is simple, but they're executing at a high level. They just have too many athletes and too much firepower offensively right now for this Plaquemine defense.
And Terry, for Plaquemine, they just can't turn the ball over, and they got to be smart on special teams here. They got to be on their toes.
Plaquemine is doing a good job offensively. It's kind of like the old school Gus Malzahn offense. They go at a great pace. They go really fast. If they get 5.
Landry's kick, it's a line drive kick that's going to find itself in the end zone. You had the return man up a little bit, and he was able to kick it over the head of John Walker. And so it'll be first down and 10 as Coach Dennis Skeens.
You know, Coach Skeens does a good job of using all facets of the game.
Yep.
In special teams, kicking team, he does a really good job. Keeps you on your toes.
He certainly does, and this is a Cecilia program that's really been growing. You know, back in 2019, they only won 4 games. But then started to improve in 2020. They won 7. They got 10 wins in 2021, went 8-4 in 2022. And then last year, state runner-up and not handling the snap is Nico Victorian. And right now, Plaquemine just needs to take a deep breath here. Everything's going to be okay. They're just being on the wrong side here of an avalanche that Cecilia has been able to put up.
Plaquemine almost looks like the visiting team here.
Yeah.
They just need to get it settled in, have a couple good things happen to them. They're into the first quarter. They got out of the first quarter down 22-7. Second quarter better be better.
They better. They got to play a little cleaner. Got off to a good start. They scored the first touchdown of the game. But Cecilia has come back and scored 22 points, and they lead it by 15 on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, Terry Beckwith with you from Plaquemine tonight for this Division II non-select semifinal game on Game Time. Second down and about 19 here for Plaquemine. They got to make something happen. Look out before he gets hit. He delivers the pass, and it's complete. Moving upfield is Henderson, and he's got the first down. So that's a big pickup. Second down and 19. Did he lose the ball at the end of that, Greg?
No, he just ran out of bounds.
Just ran out of bounds.
Just ran out of bounds. Did he?
I thought he lost the ball. But it ended up going out of bounds. We'll watch it again, but Nico Victorian was about ready to get pummeled on the play, and he got rid of it quickly. Yep, he lost it right there at the end.
Fumbled out of bounds.
And they run the football on first down. They get about 4 yards with Tyrese Mosby.
I think this Plaquemine offense, they're trying to settle themselves down and get back into some kind of a rhythm here.
And this is a big play now for Plaquemine as Dejan Balone on the catch and run, and he's got the first down.
Well, Cecilia's so worried about that running game, they've got to keep people inside to help with the running game. The receivers are one-on-one to the outside.
Mosby got stuffed, maybe a yard or two. Mosby 259 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns in a game against West Louisiana earlier this year. Last week, he carried the ball 34 times for 286 yards. Had a career-high 310 yards earlier this season against Bruin. 2nd down and 8. All day to throw. Now they dump it off to Mosby. Mosby gets hit a couple of times, and then he loses the ball. It's still out there for anybody to grab, and guess who gets it?
Cecilia got it.
Ellis Stewart. Ellis Stewart gets another turnover in this game. Wow. Another turnover here for Plaquemine as they turned it over twice. They've allowed Cecilia to recover a kickoff.
I think if he hits Mosby early with this, he's got a lot of space out there to run with. And you see the fumble, it almost goes out of bounds.
Wow, and Stewart able to get it. By the way, no one is recruiting Stewart, or he really hasn't heard from any college coaches. I don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah,
I know they're looking in the transfer portal, but sometimes you got to get your head out of there and look at some of these high school kids. 1st down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Low snap for Solari. Solari now throws. Calais got it at the 45. Calais just running over defenders. No one's going to catch him. What a touchdown for the Bulldogs. My goodness. There's a reason why schools are recruiting this kid. He's only a sophomore, but that was about as impressive as it gets. And that's your Quest Pediatric fan cam. Quest Pediatric.
This is one of those passes where you think you're going to do a short gain, and all of a sudden he breaks about 3 or 4 tackles and takes it the distance.
Quest Pediatric discovered the difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Braylon Jones did a great job of breaking tackles, and he's just an outstanding athlete.
My goodness, is Braylon Calais on that, just running over a defender and then forget about it.
I thought it was Jones. I thought it was 13.
Calais. Yeah, it was Calais. Calais. It's Braylon Calais, 13. And the extra point is good. And that makes it now 29-7. Cecilia, 2,900 points as Calais finds the end zone for the Bulldogs on Game Time.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you. In Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
Hi, Joe Martin here, and I wanted to tell you now is the time to start or go back to college. And ITI is here to help you with smaller classes, free tutoring, full-time night courses, and funding opportunities for those who qualify. We have seen thousands of our graduates obtain a better life through a 2-year technical degree. So call now or go online to ITI, where we want to see you succeed.
Let's take a look at our hot, cool play of the day, brought to you by Butcher AC, Butcher Air Conditioning, name you can trust. Calais catches it and then delivers his own punishment and then runs away from the Green Devils defense into the end zone.
Now, Calais should have been stopped for a short gain, and he ends up taking it the distance.
My goodness, that was something else there.
You know, we talked about the Cecilia team and the speed they had. We just didn't factor in how strong they were in terms of breaking tackles.
No. Now, there was a penalty there, I guess at the end of that touchdown, so probably an unsportsmanlike penalty or something, like 15-yarder anyways, against Cecilia. So they ended up kicking off back at the 25-yard line. So Plaquemine now has watched Cecilia score 29 unanswered points, and this is a must-score drive here for Nico Victorian and the Plaquemine Green Devils. Nico Victorian, a hard worker, great leader, wants to win, very competitive.
There's a couple of JUCO schools taking a look at him. He's got a strong arm, super smart kid, super athletic. And he's a guy that likes to sit in the pocket. He's not one that really wants to take off, but when he does, he's hard to tackle. Also plays baseball and throws the javelin. So first down and 10 at the 44. They go back to Mosby. Mosby, good job here by this Bulldogs defense, swarming him. And he only gets about 4 or 5 for Mosby, who is an absolute workhorse for this Plaquemine team. Student of the year at Plaquemine. And he has an offer from Louisiana College. That time brought down after a gain of a couple. Ryland Hardy, one of the few guys there, you see him there in the middle of your screen for Cecilia, that actually has any kind of size. He's the only defensive lineman over 200 pounds. He's 240. So he's their run stuffer by default. Third down and 4. Good pass here, completion, hanging on to the football is the receiver, as that's going to be a first down. And that's John Walker, the 5th. 40 catches for him, nearly 800 yards receiving, 13 touchdowns on the season for John Walker, the 5th, as they move the chains. He's one of the best players in the class of 27. And here's Mosby. Nobody's going to catch him. Plaquemine back on the scoreboard.
Well, a lot of credit to his Plaquemine coaching staff because they were patient with their offense. They stayed with the running game. They didn't abandon it when they fell behind.
There you see the speed that he has, the violence that he runs through as he bursted through that hole for his 38th rushing touchdown of the season.
I mean, he breaks one tackle, and then once he gets in open field, nobody's going to catch him.
Yep. And that's why, even though Cecilia just rattled off 29 unanswered points, this game is far from being over. The extra point try is good just because of how explosive Plaquemine is. The problem for the Green Devils tonight, they turned it over twice and didn't recover a kickoff. We'll be back after this here on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
That's quick.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Our Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Hampton has it. Tyrese Mosby into the end zone. 44-yard touchdown run to cap off a quick 3-play drive. And that ends the rally that we saw here from Cecilia. 29 unanswered points. Now this ball is on the ground. What do we have? We have whistles, though. It's going to be offsides call on Plaquemine. They got to cross the line too quickly.
Offsides on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Well, Plaquemine's offense has settled down a little bit. Let's see if defensively they can get some things going.
Somehow they got to figure out a way to stop them here defensively. And again, this is a Cecilia team that just has so many weapons, and it's going to probably come down to them forcing their own turnovers here. They're already trailing in the turnover column 2-0.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a takeaway somewhere along the line here.
All right, Collar making sure everyone is set and ready to go, and he boots it away again. And this is Cowley from the 24. Cowley gets up to the 40. Cowley still on his feet. Man, oh man, is he so tough to bring down as he gets it across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
And a good field position here for the Bulldogs. Let's send it down to the field for this ITI Technical College sideline report. And first of all, what can Plaquemine do here defensively, Terry, against this Cecilia offense?
I haven't seen them bring a lot of pressure tonight. Solari is not a throwing quarterback, so I believe they bring some pressure to kind of make him uneasy. Right now, he is way too comfortable. Anytime a quarterback is comfortable, their offense is going to be more successful than your defense.
First down and 10. Solari looking. Here comes some pressure on him, and now he gets it away, and that's going to be maybe a yard, and that's about it. As B.J. Gordon, haven't really mentioned his name that much so far, but he's another stud on the Cecilia team. As I mentioned, heading to the Raging Cajuns, a pickup of 2. Second down and 7.
Solari did a good job of waiting for as long as he could before he hoping somebody would come open and then just dumping it off for about a 2-yard gain.
I should say second down and 8 after that 2-yard gain. Solari taking a long time here at the line. A couple of hard counts, 14 seconds on the play clock. Now they'll run the football, and this is Calais again, and Calais taken down after about 5. Let's get Derry back in. What do you think of number 13 here from Cecilia? Braylon Calais. Dennis Gaines says this kid is special. I mean, that last touchdown was unreal, Derry.
That last touchdown catch was unbelievable. The way he high-pointed the football and then the run after catch to be able to run over defender was incredible. And just to be a sophomore, this guy's future is extremely bright. And just the whole Cecilia offense is just full of studs across the board.
You're right about that. Third down and about 3 here now for the Bulldogs. And they try a little trickery. Ellis Stewart. Stewart turns the corner, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Good job by the Green Devils defense in the pursuit. They bring him down about a yard or 2 short. This is a chance here for Plaquemine to kind of turn the momentum a little bit.
Yeah, I think if you're Cecilia, you got to go for it. So it's fourth and about 2. It looked like this play was going to go for a bigger gain than that.
I thought so too, but great job by Plaquemine going sideline to sideline there, and I think we're going to have a timeout here. Or is it an injury issue?
We got an injured Plaquemine player over on the 30-yard line.
Oh, yeah, there, I do see it. Okay. So, Plaquemine player down. That's Eric Riley as they take a look at him.
I mean, Plaquemine defensively, you got to be saying, you know, how do we slow these guys down?
Yeah.
They've been able to run the football on us and throw the ball on us.
Well, I think it's a lot what Derry had to say. They got to figure out a way to get some penetration in the backfield and just disrupt things a little bit. Don't give these guys a running start. So they got to help Eric Riley off the field. Fourth down here. Again, this is a chance for Plaquemine to make a play. And for them to come back here, their defense has got to make a couple of plays.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is, if you can get it stopped here, you get the football in pretty good field position.
So fourth down and 2. Solari now gets into the backfield with Calais right to the right of him. Hard count, plenty of time on the play clock. It's 23 seconds. Plaquemine fans making some noise here. Low snap again. Solari, quick pass. And that's going to be a first down. B.J. Gordon moving down the sidelines as Gordon gets all the way to the 25-yard line. Very sure play there for Cecilia. And B.J. Gordon picks up the first down for the Bulldogs.
You know what's strange is Plaquemine gets in position to make the tackle. They just had about 3 people miss the receiver and allow him to get the first down. I mean, you watch right here, you got him stop. 1, 2, 3, and you've got to make those plays.
Resources for human development, first down. Now Solari inside the 20. And then he is taken out of bounds at about the 11, 12-yard line. That's another first down as he picked up about 12 yards on that carry, did Solari. First down and 10 at the 12.
I mean, just look at the speed of this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, looks like everybody else is in slow motion when he's running.
No, this is for sure. For sure what this kid has done and what he has meant to the Cecilia program here as they are inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. So first down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Kelly to the right of Solari. Solari fakes the pitch, keeps it, and nothing happening that time. Good job by Plaquemine. Hit hard by Ryan Jenkins. Jenkins, a junior defensive lineman. He's excited about that play, and he should be, as he was held right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job. He was able to shed his block. Javarik Sebel was trying to block him. So 2nd down and 10 now. Solari, what a freak athlete this kid is. He's played every position on this offense except offensive line. Solari moving to his left. Anybody open. Now a jump throw, throwing back across his body, but he was out of bounds when he delivered the pass. Dangerous throw there. He ends up losing about 3 yards.
And he almost completed it.
3rd down and 13. But he does go out of bounds here before he throws it. Oh, let's see. Maybe does he not get out of bounds?
I think he jumps up before he gets out of bounds. Yeah, he's not out. He's still in.
That was a tough call there for the official. Yeah. And it's now 3rd down and 13. Plaquemine will take the break as you got first time tonight. Cecilia's 3rd and long. Coach Dennis Gaines, you've seen it so far here through the first 18-plus minutes. They want to spread the football around to all their guys. Just doesn't think defenses can cover them all, and that's exactly what we've seen here.
Yeah, he's going to take a timeout.
They have put 29 points on the board. Dennis Gaines will call the timeout. Let's take a look at some scores from around the state on this semifinal Friday. Tight one down in Algiers, as we expected, between Edna Carr and Catholic High. Alexandria Senior High trying to get to the Dome for the first time in program history. Remember, they were in a state championship game, but that was in Natchitoches in 2020. By the way, happy birthday to J.T. Curtis here today. I think 77, 78, something like that. Central and Neville, they're all tied up at 7. Ruston blowing out Destrehan 24-0 in the 2nd quarter. Franklinton also having their way with Iowa. Shaw leads Madison Prep by a touchdown. Edie White, a 2-touchdown lead over Leesville. Union Parish, the Farmers trying to get back to the state championship game. They lead the Wildcats by 2 touchdowns. Dunham and Bunkie in a tight one. Catholic, New Iberia, a bit of an upset there. Vermilion Catholic, a 3rd straight trip to the semis. Maybe the Eagles do it tonight. And Ascension Catholic right now holding off OCS 14-10. All right, 3rd down and 13. Now they got 2 guys in the backfield. Well, actually now Doré, the tight end, moves over to the left. Solari takes the snap, looking, now heaves one into the end zone. Another jump ball, and it's won again by the Bulldogs. This time, B.J. Gordon. Touchdown, Cecilia.
Gordon that time again, man-to-man coverage. He just throws the ball up, 50-50 ball. Your guy goes up and comes down with it. Good protection. And then Solari just throws it up. It's a good pass, puts it exactly where he needs to. And the receiver goes up and catches the ball at his highest point.
You're exactly right as far as putting it exactly where you need it. So on 3rd and long, they score a touchdown. And again, it gets quiet on the Plaquemine side of the field. And Cecilia, right now, they are a machine. And you can't stop them at this point, as they now lead at 36-14. The score is a little quick slow down update here, but it's 36-14.
And everything that Cecilia's doing offensively is working. I mean, they've tried everything. They've thrown the ball well. They've thrown the jump ball for a touchdown. It's unbelievable. 36-14 with 5.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
So Dennis Gaines feeling really good about his team as you take a look at the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. 8 plays, 50 yards, and for Plaquemine, they had an opportunity there, Greg. 3rd and long, they just couldn't make the play.
Just can't get the defense off the field on 3rd down. Just can't get off. And credit to Cecilia. I mean, they've got it going. I mean, their offense is clicking, and they're not taking their foot off the accelerator. They're going to keep pushing.
Well, I think here is the path to getting back into this game for your Plaquemine. You got to obviously score on this drive, and then somehow defensively get a stop, and then try to score again before halftime. And then you'll be like, okay, we're right back into this stuff. But that's very hard to do here against this Cecilia team who's just playing with a ton of confidence right now. They're playing their best football at the exact right time. Well, when you put up 57 points last week like they did against a good North DeSoto team, you've been on the road now pretty much for the entire month. You're feeling really good about yourself. On the return is John Walker. John Walker staying on his feet. Here comes Walker to the near side, and then a good open field tackle by
this one's gonna come
Ellis
back.
Stewart, and there is a flag down right at about the 40 in the middle of the field.
I think they got him for blocking the back.
Yeah, they push it back to the 36, the flag.
During the return, of the block in the back, on the return, team number 5. Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot to foul, first down.
To the right of the screen, I think we got a shot of the block in the back. You see it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5. Good call.
Yeah, and really, you didn't need to even have that. That was Darion Bosley, senior. Just a bad job there by him. He'll try to make up for it, though, later on in the game some way. First down and 10 at the 25. As Plaquemine's offense takes the field. They have turned it over here twice in this game. Quick passes, it's complete to Walker, and then Walker gets driven down to the ground by Frankie Frank, the 2-year starter. And he's a sophomore, too. Coach Dennis Kane says he's a year away from being a great player. Second down and 5 now. And now they run it off to the right side, and they get about 3 yards on the carry there, did Mosby. Again, Mosby, his 38th touchdown earlier this game on the last drive. In fact, for Plaquemine, 3rd and 2. They give it to Mosby again. Going to depend on the spot, but he's got a favorable spot.
I think he got the first down.
And he did, as they're moving the chains already. So, good hard run there by Tyrese Mosby.
You know, down 36-14, Plaquemine still, they're not going to abandon their game plan. They're going to get the ball to Mosby as much as they can and see if he can break one.
Yep, he did it on the last drive. Might as well try it again. He had 4 touchdowns in the second round game against Northwestern Mosby. Mosby running hard again off the left side. Dragged down from behind by Bryson Guidry. And that will be a pickup of about 4 or 5. To the 41 to get right back up to the line of scrimmage, coming up on the 4-minute mark here before halftime. Quick throw. Nope, he's going to pull it. And a nice run. Getting the first down is Nico Victorian. Mentioned doesn't really necessarily like to run, but he showed it off there, and he needed to.
Good job of reading what was going on. The defense had receivers were covered, and Victorian decided to just take off and run and picked up a first down plus more.
Mosby going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's how you try to slow down these high-powered offenses. You got to put them in negative situations, and coming up and making the hit was Jace Knott, a junior linebacker. So now it's second down and 12 here. They run it again here with Mosby off the right side for about 7 to bring up third down and 6. Central is leading Neville 10-7 at half. That could be an upset. And then you got Catholic High leading Endicott 12-7. Third down and 7. Central's another team that's never been to the dome. Mosby off the left side has a couple of blockers, has a first down. And then he's going to get all the way to the 28-yard line. Another great run by Mosby. Ellis Stewart was in on the tackle, moving the chains once again under 3 minutes to go before halftime. Hard to stop Tyrese Mosby.
He's having himself quite a night. I mean, he's been their offense so far.
3-year starter, a district MVP last year, got a 3.0 GPA. All-state honorable mention last year. Now they give it to the backup running back, Darrell Tate, and he gets shoved out of bounds by Ellis Stewart. Darrell Tate over 500 yards rushing, averaging nearly 9 yards a carry, and he's got 5 touchdowns on the season. So second down and 8. Tate stays out there. Tate gets another carry. Tate sheds a tackler. And then he was able to get up to the 23-yard line before a couple of Bulldog players come in and make the tackle. Braylon Jones makes that hit. He's a good football player. 82 tackles. The winner of this one will take on Franklinton or Iowa. And the last time we looked, Franklinton was leading 22-7 in the second quarter. Franklinton is the number 1 seed. Cecilia is the 18. Plaquemine is the 6. Third down and 5. They run it again. Mosby back out there, and he's got enough for a first down to the 17. Now Cecilia will get the ball to begin the second half, so it's not like you're getting a 2-for-1 here if you're Plaquemine, but this is a must score.
Yeah, they have to score something, get some points out of this, because they haven't figured out how to slow down the Cecilia offense.
Mosby got tripped up, but again, still picking up 5 or 6 yards. Opelousas was the highest seed to make the Prep Classic last year, and of course they won the state championship, beating Cecilia in a rematch between those two district champions. And speaking of the Prep Classic, it all begins Thursday at noon from the Superdome.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
Back here on Game Time, and you'll be able to watch all the state championship games right here on Cox Cable Channel 4 and also on the LHSAA Network and the NFHS Network. So plenty of options as far as how you want to consume 3 days of football and watching 16 of the best teams in the state battle it out. Second down and 5 here for Plaquemine. Good job by Cecilia. That's what you need. Getting to that backfield, and once again making another play behind the line of scrimmage is Jace Knott. And now it's third down. You got 3rd and 7 and just over a minute to go here for Nico Victorian and company.
I think if you Plaquemine, you got to think 2 downs.
I think you give it to Mosby again and see what happens here. Now look at that Cecilia defense. No defensive lineman. They call it the prowl. They've been running it for 2 years again. They just don't have enough size to do it any other way. They flip it over to Mosby. Mosby gets hit. Staying on his feet, though, and he loses yard. The first guy to make that hit was B.J. Gordon, and then some of his teammates came over there to assist. But that was a big play, finally finished off by Bryson Guidry. Plaquemine will burn a timeout, I believe, here, because you're looking at 4th down and long.
Well, they have to call a timeout. It's just the clock's running down on them.
Cecilia trying to become the highest seed to make it to the tournament since 2019, when he had both Warren Easton and Jennings. Those were 2 teams that one was a 20 seed, the other was a 23 seed. Neither of them won, but again, Cecilia, everybody knew that they would be right there in the end. Besides the fact that they had lost 3 games. There are 3 losses, by the way. They lost to St. Aug in week 2. They got shut out by Central. And then they lost to Opelousas, a tight, tough game in week 8, 28-27. But they pulverized pretty much everybody else that they've played this season. And again, they've been road warriors. Big 4th down coming up. Plaquemine's already scored on 4th down once before. And Victorian's going to try to run for it, and he is not going to get there, I don't think. He needed to get to the 7. Let's see where they spot it.
I think he's going to be short.
Yes, he's going to be short. And Cecilia's defense forces the turnover on downs. A missed opportunity there for Plaquemine. Nico Victorian saw or thought he had enough green in front of him to get there, but just enough to shove him out. Boy, that was close.
He tried to put the ball over the line, but just could not get it. Ran out of space.
And they mark him down at the 9, but looking at that replay, it looked like he got to the 8, but I still don't think he would have gotten the first down. Cecilia's version of the victory formation might see that later on tonight as well. As the Bulldogs offensively, that's how you can only stop them. Give them the ball with about 15 seconds left at their own 9-yard line.
And let's remember, they get the ball to start the second half, so that offense will be right back out there.
You can't, in a game like tonight, you can't not score. And Plaquemine turned it over twice, turned it over on downs, and failed to recover a kickoff. And that's why they are in such a hole here at halftime in their own stadium, trailing the Cecilia Bulldogs, last year's runner-up in the Division II non-select state championship game.
Well, for Cecilia, you have to be feeling good about where you are, and for Plaquemine, you've got to make some adjustments, not just on defense, but on offense. You've got to figure out a way to score next time you get the ball.
All right, Derry Beckwith is down on the field with Coach Dennis Gaines. Hold on a second.
Well, Plaquemine team is rushed off the field. They got to go back to the drawing board.
All right, now, okay, I see what we got going on there. Now let's send it down to Dennis Gaines and Derry Beckwith.
Coach, offensively, you pretty much scored on every drive. What was the key?
I mean, look, we have some good football players. It's difficult to stop everything. They have a really good team, a really good defense. But offensively, it's going to be difficult to stop all the weapons that we have. We're very blessed in that area, and we just got to kind of keep that going. Hopefully defense can keep from breaking.
And defensively, obviously, Plaquemine has an up-paced, fast-tempo offense. What do you like so far defensively from the guys in the first half?
I just keep getting back up and keep throwing themselves at them. Look, we're small. We do some unorthodox stuff because we don't have a lot of big D linemen, but they're tough as hell, and they're just going to keep getting back up and getting back up. That's just what they do.
I appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half. Absolutely.
Coach Dennis Gaines, 24 minutes away from getting back to the Superdome and another chance at winning a state championship for the first time since 1995. This is Game Time on YurView.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets, just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it keep it.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom! Hampton's hot. I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just gotta get into it first. You gotta run into it, and you gotta.
I can't do that.
Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls.
Proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
Back here at Plaquemine, and it's Cecilia leading the Green Devils 36-14. Semifinals. The winner moves on to the state championship game. Now let's take a look at the LHSAA Spotlight, brought to you by the LHSAA Network.
Welcome back to the High School Spotlight. The life of an official is not always easy, but for the dedicated men and women who make up the LHSAA Officials Association, calling the game is the greatest reward. In this feature, produced by Steve Schneider, we'll hear from longtime officials, some who have reffed in numerous sports and others who have officiated at the highest level.
One of the hopes is the guys who used to wear shoulder pads and helmets that came through these gates will join another team, go through this gate, and give back.
It's just a tough job, and it's a thankless job. Nobody's going to tell you, hey, Greg, that's a hell of a game you worked last night. Coaches, that's what they expect. They expect you to start out perfect, then get better.
Most of all, honestly, the other officials, we have like a little camaraderie. It's just a bunch of guys having fun. Get together on Friday nights, get out of the house, get some exercise. We all love football, so this is basically giving back to the community.
Chase Bagwell and the Ben Franklin Falcons able to take down the Dutchtown Griffins by a score of 1-0. Despite losing plenty of seniors off of last year's team, a young team is leading the Falcons into this year.
It's been a great start. We're a young team, but these guys, every game we're growing, we're getting tougher. Tonight we learned how to close out a really tough game against a good opponent, so super delighted. We ended up sitting deeper than I would have liked, but we kept our shape. We stayed compact at the back. A bunch of young guys came in and played up top and got us crucial minutes to help close it out. Super proud of the group.
With a talented roster and a punishing schedule, Dunham coach Chad Myers is building depth and preaching defense to start the season.
We put a lot of emphasis on defense this week. Last week, film session was not very good. We won the game last week, but it wasn't up to our standard defensively, so we made sure we try to fix that this week. We put together what we call turkeys, get 3 stops in a row. We did that a bunch of times tonight, which obviously extended the lead. And we let our defense create our offense. So we're still missing 7 of our top 11 or 12 guys. So, but it's good for these other guys right now, get some experience and kind of get their feet wet a little bit in a varsity game.
In accordance to last game, we started a lot quicker and we did what we're supposed to do. But towards the second half, like you said, I think we pulled away a lot better than what we did in the first half. And I think that we're getting in rhythm like we should, and it's going to look good for the rest of the season. We're an experienced team, and we're just trying to get the others that haven't been through it. And once everybody gets back, we're going to have a really talented team that knows what they're doing. And it's going to be scary in the playoffs.
Starting on the defensive end, playing well. Coach wanted us to come out there, play defense, and everything else to just work from there. State championship, obviously, is the goal here. But as I said, it starts in practice and working as a team.
Coach Myers' team will get a boost when several football players finish their postseason run. Chief among them is Elijah Haben, last year's district MVP as a freshman.
He's the most unselfish player we have. Everybody sees what he does on the football field, and it's granted, he deserves everything he gets. But people don't understand how good of a basketball player he is. He is a Power 4 basketball player if he could committed himself to doing that. He can't. He's playing 2 sports, but he affects our team in so many ways. He's not a selfish player. He looks to pass the ball. He looks like a quarterback out there. He's our best defender. He can guard 1 through 5. He is special, and it's not. And again, football field, basketball court, but more importantly, as a human being and as a young man, you couldn't ask for a better student athlete.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
West Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit-building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with hope.
36-14, Cecilia leading Plaquemine. Semifinal action. We all head to the Dome next week, and that gives us an opportunity to look back at all of the exciting high school football action from across the state, brought to you by the LHSAA Network.
That's blatant. That's a blindside hit. That is dirty.
What are you talking about? It's a clean hit. That's a form tackle. That's perfect textbook, just like they teach us in high school.
I still feel it, though.
In pain, call Blaine.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh,
Okay.
dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy. Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish. Your favorite holiday? Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the board Earls at all sevens. Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David or Digger?
I plead the fifth.
Well played.
Wise choice.
From upstream and midstream to downstream and renewable, you can count on Danos. The world needs energy, and we deliver. Visit danos.com today.
Let's take another break, and then we'll give you highlights and stats brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Lawyers, on your side. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life.
Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist.
Trapp Chevrolet in Homa, where we're always on your side. Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yurview.com. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
Second half set to begin here from Plaquemine High School. Jeff Bormo, Greg Bowser, and then Terry Beckwith down on the sidelines as we have one more half to go. in this semifinal matchup. Cecilia 36-14, and they get the ball to begin this second half. Kolar has it teed up and kicks one high. Calais on the return. Calais, big hole through the left side, and then stumbles as he gets out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And another great return. Let's take a look at our stats. Once again, brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all sevens or visit onmyside.com.
Well, you look at the statistic, rushing yards is big, 189 yards. But the thing about it for the Green Devils is they've been able to throw the football and move the ball with great effectiveness. And when you look at the total yards, it's not bad, about even. But again, on the scoreboard, it's not.
Well, the two turnovers by Plaquemine, just killers. We've got to thank Charles Salazar from The Advocate for providing those stats to us as they go on the end around. And that is B.J. Gordon on the carry, and he gets about 5 yards there for Cecilia, as that's how they'll start from the first play from scrimmage, as Gordon able to move the ball now into Plaquemine territory. Solari 97 yards rushing, 169 yards passing, 4 touchdowns throwing the football in that first half, and they spread the football around. Everybody got into the action there for Cecilia in that first half. Solari quickly gets rid of it again. This is Gordon. Nice job by the Green Devils. Bunch of black jerseys there to bring them down, led by Rustin Grace. Here's where you got to somehow get off the field or make something happen. Cecilia scored on pretty much all their possessions in that first half, other than taking a knee on the final play of the first half.
A little surprising that Cecilia was so successful offensively moving the football against this Plaquemine team.
Plaquemine defensively only allowing 14 points a game, but they have not faced an offense like this.
No,
this is about as high-powered of an offense you'll see when it's clicking like it is here tonight in the state of Louisiana.
And they're very diverse. They can run the football and throw it well.
Solari runs the show as he moves here to the near side. Solari looking, now just heaves it downfield, and it's caught. Once again, another jump ball won by the Cecilia receivers. And there he is again, Ellis Stewart making another big play for Cecilia on third down.
Again, one of these 50-50 balls. The ball's up in the air, and I thought the defender was going to intercept it. The ball hangs up. He looks like he's going to pick it off, and all of a sudden, Stewart comes in and takes it away.
My goodness, Stewart hit 400 as a baseball player. Loves playing sports. You just have to sit here and wonder, how is this kid not being recruited? He's in motion here as they have it inside the red zone. Solari keeps it. Solari's got a blocker in front of him, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown.
I tell you, this Cecilia offense is making it look too easy.
Yep. And again, it's just another back-breaking play for Plaquemine defensively. You think on third down, okay, here's our chance to stop them. But Solari throws one up, and Stewart comes down with it.
And then here's the speed here. Just gets around the corner and just nobody laid a hand on him.
Christian Menard, the offensive lineman, leading the charge there. And the extra point is no good. 42-14 is our score in this semifinal game. Solari putting on a show along with his Cecilia teammates on Game Time.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
Another Hampton automotive scoring drive for the Cecilia Bulldogs. Diesel Solari this time running it into the end zone after throwing the 4 touchdowns in the first half. And it's 42-14, Bulldogs leading the Green Devils. And this one, really the game changed with those 2 turnovers in the first half, plus failing to handle a kickoff where Cecilia recovered it. And as good as Tyrese Mosby and this Plaquemine offense is, I don't know. This is going to be tough for them to get back in this game. John Walker moves the ball out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And that's where they'll start, as he was tackled by Jace Knott, who's certainly made his fair share of plays here tonight for Cecilia. Let's send it down to the field. Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry?
Talking to the Plaquemine coach at halftime, he said they just need to calm down and get back to themselves. Well, on their first defensive possession, they did not get back to themselves. He also talked about they got to tackle defensively, get off a block. He wants to bring more pressure, but he said he has to get Cecilia's offense in a third long situation in order to do that.
Yep. Gain of only a yard there for Mosby. Get Donald Williams, 30 years old, 21-4 during his 2 seasons as the head coach of the Green Devils. Last year they lost in the second round of the playoffs to Iowa. And he was a biology major in college, but switched to sports management and got into coaching. A special teams coordinator, replaced Dre Troskler, who moved on to Thibodeau. Mosby on the carry out to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 2 here for Plaquemine.
Plaquemine has to be conscious. They've got to get in the end zone. The clock's going to become the enemy here in a minute, even though we're just started a 3rd quarter.
For the season, Plaquemine's converted on 3rd down 54% of the time, and they do it once again when he handed it to Mosby. That's really all you need to have happen. Mosby rushed for 147 yards in that first half. He had 26 carries there. He might as well use him. This is potentially his last game at Plaquemine. Pass is complete to Walker. A defender on him, and they took the ball away from him, but it goes out of bounds harmlessly as Frankie Frank making a nice play there defensively for the Bulldogs. That's a gain of about 3 or 4. And we've seen some really good teams this season. I don't know if we've seen a team that has more athleticism than this Cecilia team.
No, I think it's on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, they're small defensively up front, but they're really athletic on the back end.
3rd down and 6, Mosby. Good run off the right side. Flag in there late. That might be a face mask. We'll see, though.
Yeah, I think a face mask that'll add to it. We've just never seen a team like Cecilia that, scores.
A personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
4th penalty call tonight on Cecilia's. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, you'll see right at the end, right there, he grabs the face mask. Good call by the official.
Ball at the 21-yard line. That was Frankie Frank that got his hand into the face mask. Mosby again running really hard off the left side.
Number 4, Tyrese Mosby, 2nd down.
Every carry, it seems like Mosby getting 4, 5, 6, and then every now and then he'll break one for 40+, which we saw in the first half. They've made it down into the Hope Credit Union red zone. Pass to Mosby. Mosby made the first guy miss, and he was upended. Ben Terrio, a really tough kid with over 90 tackles, a senior, who was a defensive end his freshman and sophomore year, moved to linebacker and not afraid to hit people. 3rd down and 2. And they've had a lot of 3rd and shorts here. And keeping it is Victorian, and he is going to be brought down shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, he may have even lost a yard.
And Victorian unable to pick up the 1st down, so another 4th down coming up for Plaquemine. They've scored on 4th down in this game, but that last drive they had before halftime where they turned it over on downs could not convert on a 4th and long. This will be about 4th and 2.5. Hard count, and Cecilia jump off sides, and I think they did.
I think they got him.
So a gifted 1st down for the Green Devils.
Got it. Coachman on the defense, number 6. 5-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
Plaquemine offense is really You know, they played well in spots tonight, but they just, when they needed to get it in the end zone, they just weren't able to do that.
Keeping it as Victoria, made one guy miss, puts his head down, staying on his feet, a very determined run all the way to the 3-yard line before he was tackled. Hit down on the play by Braylon Jones, who had 15 tackles in that second-round playoff game against Lutcher. Over 80 tackles on the season. Jones, a thumper at linebacker for the Cecilia Bulldogs. Second and goal here for Plaquemine at the 3-yard line. Victorian will give it to Mosby, and a good push by the offensive line and into the end zone. And the Green Devils back on the scoreboard, and they're going to need a lot more of that. And Mosby looks like he's limping as he heads back to the near sidelines. As you take a look at our Quest Pediatric Fan Cam, discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas. And there are some Plaquemine fans that still have some faith here as they are down by 22. The extra point try is good. So now it's going to be up to Plaquemine's defense to finally come up with a stop. They're down by 22 in this semifinal game on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you. In Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy.
Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Tyrese Mosby, what a career he's had at Plaquemine. Hopefully he's okay as they are taking a look at him over there. If they're scoring a touchdown, a 4-yard run as he capped off the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. All right, always dangerous kicking it to these return men like Solari. Solari staying on his feet across the 38. And to the 39-yard line. Coach Dennis Gaines is always like, why did they kick to my guys? But they're all over the place, right? I mean, you got Stewart, you got Gordon. It's hard, unless you got a guy that can kick it into the end zone, it's hard to avoid not kicking it to one of their guys because they put them all back there.
Yeah, one of the few times you see a team that put their starting quarterback to return kicks.
Well, he's that good. He is that good. There's no doubt about it. All right, at the 39-yard line, up to Plaquemine here to do something defensively. They're trying.
They got to get a stop on it. Ideally, you'd like to get a turnover.
Get a turnover, get a little confidence. Kelly. And he gets about 2 or 3. Let's bring in Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry, wanted to get your thoughts on Tyrese Mosby and just the kind of running back that he is.
He's doing a great job. He finishes his runs. He's low to the ground, so it's hard to see him as a defender. He does a great job of one cut and getting up the field. Runs extremely hard. And one thing I do like about him, besides the fumble he had in the first half, he does a good job of taking care of the football.
Well, I think the other thing that I like about the kid at 5'8" is that he's fine with getting the 3-4 yard run. He doesn't try to be a hero every single time, and then he knows he'll eventually break one. Solari's pass, and that is incomplete. Man, one of the few incomplete passes that I can remember here tonight.
Well, it's just a drop ball. I think he had it on the money. The thing I like about him is watch his different arm angles. He can deliver the ball from almost any arm angle and fit it in there. So
B.J. Gordon had a 68-yard touchdown catch last week. He's got a touchdown catch here tonight. So here we go, 3rd and long. This is what Donald Williams wanted to see here tonight, was 3rd and long situations.
Big 3rd down. You got to get off the field on 3rd down, make a play.
Solari with that tape draping from him. They set up the screen. Nowhere to run for B.J. Gordon. They bring him down, and Plaquemine's defense will finally get off the field. That is a reason to celebrate if you're Ryan Jenkins and company.
And throwing for a loss.
Yeah.
Make it a 4th and 15.
Well, that is a little bit of shot of adrenaline here for this Plaquemine fan base. That's exactly what they needed to see.
But remember, you've got to be careful when you play the Cecilia team and special teams. They'll fake a punt anytime. They'll do things you saw what they did on kickoffs.
Ellis Stewart handles their punting. So, yeah, look at this interesting formation that they got here. Stewart running around a little bit. Now he gets off a beautiful punt. My goodness, what does this kid not do? And not much of a return there. Is good job by the punt team to get back there and make a play, led by Colton Falk. And there was really nowhere for the return man for Plaquemine, Roderick Bingham, to do anything. All right, so finally a stop defensively for Plaquemine. Can they go back down the field and score again here?
Got to get it in the end zone. And
Mosby is back out there. That's good to see. Nico Victorian, a senior, potentially playing in his final high school football game here tonight. At the 28, oh, the bad snap. And he just has to fall on it. At the 15, that's the second time there has been a bad snap, and it's once again just, man, you finally get a little something going, and then you have something deflating like that happen, Greg.
Yeah, it looks like he just
missed it.
Just took his eyes off of it.
Wasn't the greatest snap. I mean, it didn't hit him in the chest. He had to move for it a little bit, but should have handled it.
Yep.
Now he's under pressure, and he's going to get thrown down for a huge sack. And there's Callaway on defense making a play. Oh, man, Braylon Callaway with the sack, and it's 3rd and forever.
I think he has time to throw the football. I think he just held it a little bit too long, and Callaway was able to get to him.
They got to get all the way to the 38-yard line, so it's basically 3rd and 32.
3rd too much. Yeah. I think you got to try to pick up a half of it right here, and then you can decide what you're going to do on the 4th down.
Yeah, because you're probably in that situation where you may have to go to get it to John Walker, who's got tremendous speed. Walker, though, gets hit at the 11. Big-time hit coming up there and making the play for Cecilia. That would have been Derek Ross, a sophomore defensive back, and just everyone making plays here tonight for Cecilia. And with it being 4th and 30, you got to just punt it away at 4th and 28.
What a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
They had a chance. They got their first defensive stop of the game, and they couldn't do anything with the football. Now you got to punt it back to Cecilia.
Well, it's all this punting about here, Greg. I didn't think we'd see the punters at all here tonight. Back-to-back punts. Not a good punt at all. And now Cecilia will have terrific field position at the 37-yard line. So it's back to that Plaquemine defense to try to make something happen. Let's look at some scores from around the state. As Edna Carr now is pulled ahead of Catholic High 20-12. Alexandria Senior High, they're shutting out John Curtis. Neville and Central, a tight one. Ruston blowing out Desterham. You got Franklinton now up by a touchdown over the Yellow Jackets. Eagles up by 2 over the Chargers. Edie White in control over Leesville. Union Parish leading St. James 28-22. Here's the pitch out to Callaway, and he's got a lot of room to run all the way to the 21-yard line before he was tripped up by Roderick Bingham, the leader of that defense. Another resources for human development, 1st down.
Hey, it looked like Plaquemine had that play shut down for just a minute, but Callaway was able to outrun the defenders to the corner and pick up big yardage.
Ellis Stewart has got it. Stewart to the 15. Stewart all the way inside the 10 to the 4-yard line. And again, Bingham, Mr. Reliable on that Plaquemine defense. Good leader. Had 3 interceptions in a game in the playoffs, but Ellis Stewart getting another 1st down.
I think the Plaquemine defense is just worn down. I mean, you look at the missed tackles, and Stewart was not, he should have been tackled for a loss, and he broke a couple of tackles and picked up good yards.
They're inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Calais, the running back. Calais gets it. Calais stopped. And did he lose the football? I think he did. Plaquemine's got it. Big turnover there for the Green Devils as they stripped it away from Calais. And Plaquemine still with a heartbeat in this one.
I think that's the first turnover of the night.
For Cecilia, it certainly is. As they just stripped the football away from Calais. Let's look at it again and see exactly where they're able to poke this thing away. But a nice defensive play, and I just think that was Paul Smith at 380 pounds, who's super athletic, one of the better defensive linemen in the state, just making a play.
Well, now if you're Plaquemine, you've got to get some points out of this. You've got to move the football and get into the end zone here.
Victorian from his own end zone. And there's movement.
I think it's going to call on the offense.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense, number 55. Has a distance to the goal. Replay first down.
That would be against Reggie Trustclair, a sophomore. And only going to hurt him 2 yards. Mosby got across the 6, going down low and making the hit. And bringing him down was Nathan Fortin.
This Plaquemine offense has got to get going here. They've got to get. I know they want to be careful because you're backed up in your own end zone, but the third quarter is about to run out, and you got down 21 points.
The ground game has really been their offense here tonight. Victorian swings it out, and Walker had a knee down on the ground. He didn't catch it at all. So third down and 8, and Iowa has come back and they tied Franklinton. Franklinton had a 22-7 lead, and now it's all tied up at 22. Iowa went up last week and beat Franklin Parish, I believe. They came back in the second half in that game as well. Franklin Parish led at halftime in that game, and Iowa came back to win it. And here they're trying to do the same thing against the Demons of Franklinton. Third down and 7. Another low snap. Here's the throw over the middle, and it's off the hands. An opportunity there again. And on fourth down, Baloney just could not make the play.
Well, I think he had him wide open. I just it was just the pass was just a little bit high. Watch him here. He's wide open over the middle. I think it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's a tough catch there. That would have been a remarkable catch if he was able to bring it down, as Dejan went up there to go get it.
If Dejan catches that ball, he's still running. I mean, there's nobody behind him.
So on fourth down, the Green Devils have to punt the football again. So the defense has come away with a couple of stops. They just haven't been able to do anything with it. Cole will punt it away late here in the third. Plaquemine has a guy coming on the field here late. Still plenty of time on the play clock. And the punt. Nobody was back to really return for Cecilia on that one, so it's going to be down at the 50. Let's look at some more scores in semifinal action. Dunham now is pulled away from Bunkie. Tigers up by 16. Catholic of New Iberia leading Calvary Baptist still. That's in the fourth quarter, 21-17. Vermilion Catholic all over Kentwood. And OCS now leading Ascension Catholic over in Donaldsonville, 24-22. So at the 50-yard line here, Solari and the Bulldogs, they've been human here on the last 2 drives. They have not scored. The pitch to Calais, who fumbled it the last time he had it. Gets banged out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, coming up and making a hit. For Plaquemine, that was
by number 7, Cameron Rogers.
Cameron Rogers came up and made the tackle. A really extremely talented player who was a free safety for Plaquemine. They moved him to inside linebacker. And he's done a great job, wanting to get him closer to the football, closer to the line of scrimmage. And he has over 60 tackles on the year. 2nd down and 4. Solari in trouble in the backfield. I thought he was going to squirt out of there. And he still ends up getting about 2 or 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. It goes from a loss of 3 to getting 3. One more quarter to go. Cecilia 12 minutes away from returning to the Caesar Superdome. They lead the Green Devils at Plaquemine 42-21. This is Game Time on YurView, presented by McDonald's.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just got to get into it first. You got to run into it, and you got to...
I can't do that.
Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shuffle.
I like that, the diggity shuffle.
Laborde Earls, proud partners with Jamal Williams.
Oh, I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Put that on there for the man. Give him a real.
Heading into the semifinal game. First time Plaquemine has hosted a semifinal game since 2014, and they were out here early today making some good stuff as we begin the 4th quarter. 3rd down and short. Calais gets the 1st down as the Bulldogs will move the chains again to the 33-yard line. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith with the final quarter of our action here on Game Time this season. And Cecilia in control.
Jeff, you talk about tailgating. The parking lots were full.
Oh, my goodness,
like 3 hours before game time.
Yeah, it was quite an atmosphere. This is a Plaquemine team that came in here winning 12 in a row. I think shocked a lot of people when they defeated Opelousas, the defending champs, in the quarterfinals, and actually handled them relatively easily, 35-22. But this Cecilia team is not your ordinary 18 seed, that's for sure. 1st down and 10. Solari, another swing pass, and a head of steam here. And there's flags down as well as making the catch. That was Jermaine Davis, a junior wide receiver, his 24th catch of the season. More speed on the outside for the Cecilia team, but let's see what the flag is about.
Looks like it's going to get them for holding on the outside against Cecilia. That's going to bring this one back.
Coming up there and hitting him was big.
Got holding on the offense, number 1. Get a 10-yard penalty, inspired to foul. Still 1st down.
Well, the Cecilia team is not clicking on all cylinders like they were in the first half when they were basically unstoppable when they put up 36 points.
Yeah, they got a little sloppy here in the second half, but, you know, tend to relax when you get such a big lead.
And it's hard. It's hard to play perfect football for 48 minutes. They did it offensively in the 24 minutes. Calvary Baptist now has taken the lead over Catholic of New Iberia. Great football game up in Shreveport tonight. Solari's pass knocked down at the good pressure there by Darian Bosley, who's got outstanding ball skills, the safety. Bosley, an interception on the season, returned a fumble, 95 yards for a touchdown versus St. Michael. Got hurt earlier this season, but Bosley got healthy around week 6 or 7 and really helped the Green Devils down the stretch and into the postseason.
Yeah, really one of their more outstanding defensive players and has had a good year.
Central leading Neville 16-13. That would be a shocker. And if Neville does not pull that one off. Now it's 24-12. Ash leading John Curtis. And, a little hook and lateral, and it's wide open for Cecilia into the end zone for an easy score is Jermaine Davis.
When things are going right, they're just going right, man. That's just a perfect call.
Once again, spreading it around to all those terrific skill position players, and I think the party can start in St. Martin Parish.
Nobody home.
That was impressive.
It was.
Impressive. Great call.
Extra point's good. That
extra point is up, is good.
Extra point is good. It's 49-21. Cecilia leading Plaquemine here on Game Time.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom, Hampton's hot.
Well, great call there for Cecilia. Another Hampton Automotive scoring play. Got to give a lot of credit to the Cecilia offense led by their offensive coordinator, Cody Champagne. And then how about former Turlings Catholic head coach, Sonny Chaponche, who is the quarterback's coach at Cecilia. And looks like Sonny will be heading to the state championship game, but terrific stuff here by the Cecilia coaching staff and what they have done this season. And going through some of that adversity that they had. I mean, it wasn't easy losing those 3 games because there was, as Coach Skanes has got a smile on his face, a pretty determined man that wanted to get Cecilia back to the Dome. Didn't play their best game last year when they got there and lost to Opelousas, and a team that they beat in the regular season last year. On the return for Plaquemine, that is Dalen Jenkins, as he gets the ball up towards midfield.
Dalen Jenkins on the return. Brought down by Calais. Let's go! He's first and 10 for the Green Devils.
North Louisiana could be well represented in the Superdome. So you got Haynesville, looks like they're going. Sterlington and Union Parish, who could pull off the win over over St. James. And for Union Parish, that would be the 6th year in a row, right? 5th or 6th? 5th year in a row, that's right. 5th year in a row they would be getting there. Nice play here after the catch by John Walker. Of course, Union Parish won it last year under their coach Joe Spatafora. That was the 2nd time they had won a state championship under Coach Spatafora. First down and 10 at the 31. Over the middle, and that is intercepted. Picked off by B.J. Gordon. Gordon will just run up to the 40-yard line casually, and the 4-year starter gets himself an interception. 3 interceptions on the year, and that pretty much does it here tonight in Plaquemine as the Bulldogs are on their way to a state championship game for a 2nd year in a row. As you look at our Quest Pediatric Fan Cam, discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas. 3rd turnover forced by this Cecilia defense.
I'll tell you, Plaquemine just can't seem to get out of its own way.
A lot of high passes tonight from Victorian. And this is another one. And this is also going to be your defensive play of the game. We'll get to it in a second. We'll watch Cecilia run this play offensively. Solari dropped it, and it's going to go right back to Plaquemine. Green Devils get the ball back. Recovering the football was Micah Plant, the junior defensive lineman in his first year of varsity football. He recovers the ball, and Green Devils will have good field position, but they're down by a bunch with 9:40 to go.
Yeah, they've got to score in a hurry. I just think that Plaquemine's playing from behind all night, and it just really cost them a little bit. I mean, they just can't seem to get their offense going.
And Donald Williams. First down and 10 at the 36. They go to Mosby. Mosby spins off of one tackler and then ended up being tackled by Ben Terrio. Terrio was not a guy that's afraid to hit people, as I mentioned earlier. He's small as a defensive end, but they've made him a linebacker, and he's been a really good player.
To number 20, Dejan Baloney. Gidry on the stop.
Dejan Baloney making the tackle, or excuse me, the catch, up to the 23-yard line. First down and 10. Mosby. Good push by that offensive line against the undersized defensive front for Cecilia at the 19. Under 9 minutes to go. Time ticking away here. Mosby's already found the end zone twice tonight for the Green Devils. Yeah, no down lineman here for Cecilia. They're just kind of moving around, and then they're going to try to hit one of those gaps. Pass is going to be complete. Big hit at the end of that. Frankie Frank came up and hit John Walker as soon as he caught it, and he's going to be shy of a first down by a yard. And they're inside the Hope Credit red zone.
You know, when you see Cecilia with that illegal defense walking around, they're trying to confuse the blocking scheme as well.
Good carry here by Mosby to get the first down, and they're into the 7 now. About 8 minutes to go in this Division II non-select state championship game. Mosby taken down to the turf at about the 3.
Mosby again brought down by
Calais make the tackle.
Calais doing it on both sides of the football, right?
He certainly is. Again, a ton of Power 4 schools taking a look at him. He's a special player. Second and goal. Mosby gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. And it's a final. The Central Wildcats are going to the Caesar Superdome for the first time ever. They have upset the Neville Tigers. Wow. David Simino, what a job he has done. Oh, nothing happening there. Is that fourth down? No, there's fourth down coming up. Fourth down. And Central will face Ruston. The Bearcats demolished Destrehan tonight, 44-7. But Central getting in there, and I am shocked Neville is not going to the dome.
Central punched his card.
Yep, fourth and goal here from the 4. They'll try to throw to get it in there. Nico's pass. There's 3 guys open in the end zone. Touchdown. He could have picked whoever he wanted back there.
He had a lot of time to throw the ball. He just had time to look, survey the entire football field.
Tyron Henderson in the end zone. And a touchdown there for the Green Devils.
Watch how much time he has. He doesn't get a rush. He immediately wanted to go over the middle. That was covered, and then he just waited and had 3 receivers come open. That's a little unusual to have 3 guys come uncovered that close to the end zone.
Now Victorian in trouble here on the 2-point conversion, but he's still able to convert it as they got the football to Bologna. So it's now 49-29. We'll be back after this here on Game Time.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, Accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it keep it.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
6:39 to go. Plaquemine will have to kick the onside kick. Down by 20. Tyron Henderson completed that drive on another 4th down. It's the second time that Plaquemine has scored on a touchdown here tonight. And now Plaquemine needs to figure out how to convert on this scoring drive after getting the Hampton Autumn, or convert on this. They were a little bit too quick across the 40-yard line. Got to convert on this onside kick after the Hampton Automotive scoring drive.
Offsides on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Catholic not going away against Edna Carr. The Cougars leading the Bears 21-19 now in the 4th. Tight one there in Algiers. Berman Stadium. South Plaquemine trying to get to the state championship game for the first time since 2008. They lead Logansport late in that game. 20-14. They got the high bounce on that onside kick, but handling it was Colin Dore. And good field position here for Cecilia after recovering the onside kick. 6:37 to go.
Cecilia's offense has done just about everything right.
Vermilion Catholic, they are headed to the Superdome as they shut out Kentwood tonight, 33-0. Iowa and Franklinton, they're all tied up, 22 apiece. At the end of 3. And on the carry there was Ellis Stewart. Catholic New Iberia and Calvary, they're all tied up as well. Edie White has a 20-point lead over Leesville, 27-7. So 2nd down and 5. Solari. He's got the 1st down. Eric Riley assisting in on the tackle.
Out of bounds by number 13, Eric Riley. 1st down.
Solari did a good job of just picking up the 1st down. I mean, he showed great acceleration toward the outside. I thought they had him shut off.
He doesn't hesitate, too. He knows exactly where he wants to go with the football. And Solari, I don't think they ran the clock on that last play this one. Coach Dennis Gaines telling us that he's never coached a kid like Diesel Solari. Pound for pound, he's the best kid he's ever coached. Just the things that he's able to do on the field. Ended up missing 5 games again this year. He was in and out of the lineup. And really this offense never felt comfortable until Diesel got back and got back healthy. 1st down and 10 at the 35.
He said every day you do something and you just be amazed on how did he do it.
Calais stopped at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Make that a half-a-yard gain. 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10.
Put down by Paul Smith.
But Braylon Calais, we talked about all the teams that are interested in him. Again, he's only a sophomore. He started 14 games last year as a freshman. He's got offers from Miami, A&M, Mississippi State. And 116 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns against Lutcher.
And he's shown he can catch the football.
Yeah. He's already a man, as you see right here. I mean, there's no way this kid looks like a sophomore. All the way inside the 10 to the 5 and a touchdown.
He'll be on everybody's most wanted list.
There's no doubt about that. But there's a flag, and this will just be coming back.
Looks like they're going to bring it back. No, I think it's going to stand. They're pointing toward the defense, so.
Yeah, and it's going to go against Plaquemine.
Result of the play is a touchdown. During the play, we have a personal foul, face mask on the defense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the face mask penalty, as you heard, will be assessed on the kickoff, and Calais scores on the touchdown run. Figured out how to play running back towards the end of this season, and I don't know, listening to Dennis Gaines, I don't know if that's exactly what he enjoys to do, but he's pretty darn good at it.
Yeah.
But he says Calais is just a treat to talk to every day. He's never met a young man as just personable as Braylon Calais. Interesting call here. Oh, look at this little razzle-dazzle for 2. Oh, he dropped it. He did everything but catch the football as Aiden Landry, the kicker. Oh, that's why he scores with his foot and not his hands, as he couldn't hang on to it. And, well, they're going to give him a little bit of a laugh, but that was a very creative play there.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, maybe they can pull it back out in the dome. Let's look at it again. Yeah.
He fakes like he's going to throw it in over his head.
I got to know what the name of that play is, huh?
It has to be a timeout because the name of it is so long, it takes forever to call or something.
Oh, boy.
Man.
They've been probably sitting on that one all season. They said, we might not be able to use this one in the dome, so let's use it now.
I don't think you're going to see that one again.
Well, whoever plays them next week, whether it's Franklinton or Iowa, they'll have to obviously
got to work on it.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for it. And Coach Gaines and this Cecilia team not afraid to try different things out.
Remember, there was a penalty on the play, so Cecilia's going to kick off from the Plaquemine 45.
Braylon Calais completing the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. 5 plays, 49 yards, the 34-yard touchdown run by Calais. When he arrived on campus, I mean, you could tell ready to. I just can't believe just looking at him that he's a sophomore. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, he's got some talent.
Yeah.
Wow. Big question is what side of the ball do you play him on? I think he's such skilled offensively, you almost have to play him on offense.
And that's not going to go to 10 yards. So Cecilia has now scored 49 or more points in all 4 playoff games. Scoring 57 last week against North DeSoto, 49, of course, against Lutcher, and then 50 against Pearl River. And I would imagine when the team, it's just a tough break for a team like Lutcher to be a 2 seed and then have to realize, you got Cecilia there at 18. That's what happens. Sometimes you see it when teams have to forfeit games that are really, really good, and they end up being a high seed, and that really hurts, negatively impacts a low seed. Here it was just not having Diesel Solari for a handful of games. Low snap there was basically a ground ball to Victorian, who handled it.
Victorian pass complete to John Warren, the 5th, 2nd down.
Well, you can make the argument that Jennings, Opelousas, Cecilia, Lutcher, those were the 4 best teams. They were all on one side of the bracket.
Well, I'll tell you, whoever plays Cecilia in the next round.
Yeah, look out.
Look out, man. Strap it. It looks like they're going to come out of this game pretty healthy, so
yeah,
you're going to have to contend with these guys.
And going back to the Dome a second year in a row. I mean, just knowing that they've done it, they've been there. And Franklinton leading Iowa 29-22 in the 4th quarter. Under 5 minutes to go in this one is Plaquemine. Edie White, they are headed to the Caesar Superdome, so
is Washington Christian.
Yep, they beat Ascension Catholic tonight. Long pass here, and that is intercepted. Picked off by B.J. Gordon. His second interception of the night. Gordon will go down at the 28-yard line. As B.J. Gordon, what a week for him. No fly zone, that's right. As signed with the Raging Cajuns earlier this week, and he's capping it off by punching a ticket to the Superdome.
We'll see if Cecilia will throttle its offense down.
And the turnovers tonight, just way too many to overcome. And we talked about how turnovers would play such a huge key in this game, and Plaquemine has turned it over 4 times tonight.
Boy, how sharp was this offense for Cecilia?
Yeah.
I mean, they got it going and just could not. You couldn't slow them down.
No.
And then their defense came out. They were concerned about being undersized up front.
Oh, another fumble. And look at this. This could be a score for Plaquemine. On the return for the Green Devils is Bosley into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, Cecilia, as good as they were in the first half, they've been sloppy in the second half, as you mentioned, Greg. They've had 3 turnovers themselves in the second half, and this one leads to a score for Plaquemine.
A little unusual for Cecilia, but they put the ball on the ground. And, good job by Plaquemine. Still swinging at it.
Yeah, good job by Bosley. Be there at the right man at the right time. That's his, I mentioned it earlier, he had a 95-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown against St. Michael's in the regular season, and here he gets another one. So 2 touchdowns defensively. His 3rd fumble recovery of the season, also had an interception. Well, that was weird, watching a Cecilia player just kind of run in at the end, and another 50-50 ball won by Cecilia.
Well, Plaquemine substituted at the last minute, and Cecilia tried to substitute, and they got caught, didn't get set. We'll see if they call this one against Cecilia or not.
That was Derek Ross who ended up catching the football there for Cecilia. Bosley with the fumble recovery for a touchdown again for Plaquemine. Number 5. 6'1" senior getting into the end zone in this final high school football game. All right, they'll try the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that penalty was against Cecilia for a late substitution. It was offsides. So Plaquemine gets another shot at it.
And boy, oh boy, the ball is on the ground again. A scramble for it.
Conversion, no good.
They're not going to get the 2-point conversion. Well, let's take a look at our defensive play of the game. Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Progress and performance that never stands still. And they got a backup running back in the football game. Paul Noel fumbles it, and Bosley's there to get it and into the end zone.
One of the few bright spots on the defense for Plaquemine tonight.
Yeah, tonight, man, so much hype, so much anticipation, and they score on their first drive. Cecilia came back and scored, and then Plaquemine was driving the ball again in the Cecilia territory, and then the interception by Ellis Stewart, and then the game just
got away from him.
And then your best player fumbles the ball. That is such a tough blow to handle. And then there were some plays Cecilia made offensively that they were just backbreakers for Plaquemine.
Yeah, there were a couple of 50-50 balls Cecilia threw up, and Plaquemine had very good position. The defender was in good position, but the receiver came down with the ball.
I said it earlier. I don't know if we've faced or we've seen an athletic as team as they try the onside kick here, and it is going to be handled by Colin Dore. I don't think we've seen a team as athletic as Cecilia, but I don't think we've seen a team that has this many skill position players. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
lots of speed on the outside.
We just saw Catholic last week, and we know they got good players. But Solari it's just so different. So different because of how fast he is, how powerful he is as a runner, and he just makes good decisions with the football. We got a ton of backups in there now as Cecilia has certainly called off the dogs. Dore is in at quarterback. Colin Dore. Nope, it would not be Colin. It would be Champagne that's in there as the quarterback.
Dore on the carry, brought down by number 7, Cameron Rogers.
29-29 is the score between Franklinton and Iowa. What a battle there. South Plaquemines has defeated Logansport, so they're Hurricanes headed back to the Dome. Been a long time. 08 the last time. And they had some teams back in the early, before Hurricane Katrina. Man, did they have some teams.
I think, you look at this Cecilia team, and they just, they're not very big up front. Lots of speed on the outside, and they just keep coming. Don't make a lot of mistakes. Don't really beat themselves.
No, Kelly was trying to do all he could to
stay in bounds.
Yeah. Solari back in there at quarterback too. And I think they put the starters back in. I think Dennis Gaines wants to make sure he finishes this one off 55-35.
Both these teams came in averaging about 46 points a game, so it's about where we thought it would be. But I think it just got away from Plaquemine too early. Just real fast early.
We didn't want to be down in a hole where you're trying to chase points or be down by 2 or 3 scores like they did in that first quarter. I mean, that was quite an onslaught Cecilia put on them in the first half.
Yeah.
What was it, 29 unanswered points?
29 unanswered points, and just they just couldn't do anything offensively.
No. Timeout called, I think, here by Plaquemine on 4th down and 1. And it's been a great run for the Green Devils. Great run by this team. It's going to be a bit of a rebuild for Donald Williams going into his 3rd season when you consider Victorian and Mosby are moving on, but they will return John Walker and Darrell Tate next season along with Henderson and Baloney. Let's take a look at the scores here. Again, you see that Iowa-Franklinton game tied up at 29. Shaw so close from getting back to the Dome. I think it's been since 2000 since they've been there. Edie White, as we mentioned, they're in Union Parish, so they won by a point over St. James.
I don't think that one's over yet, is it?
Not over yet, so Union Parish not in yet.
Have a little bit to go.
Dunham looks like they're headed back to the Dome, 2nd time in 3 years. Calvary Baptist has pulled ahead of Catholic New Iberia. And Washita Christian
hanging on against the number 2 seed.
They beat Ascension Catholic. So that would be OCS, I think, has got 7 titles, if I'm correct on that. So they'll be looking for number 8, and they will be playing Vermilion Catholic. 11th seed, and played a very difficult schedule, kind of like what Cecilia did, right? I mean, and I'm not exactly sure if OCS had some injuries as well, but when you play a tough schedule and you suffer 3 or 4 losses, that'll knock you down a little bit in the power ratings. But that doesn't mean you're not formidable. But
well, you get some guys back. That's what Cecilia did.
Yeah.
We talked about how they got hurt. And,
Franklinton now is taking the lead over Iowa. And, nice play here for Tyron Henderson. Henderson still on his feet across the 40. As I mentioned, no Victorian next season, no Mosby. Daryl Tate's moving on, but you got Walker, Malone, Henderson. You got some good wide receivers coming back next year, along with 3 of your offensive linemen. So still a lot to work with for the Green Devils. Looks like there was a flag on.
Yeah, they got a holding call. They're going to bring us one back.
We got holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Retry.
This, of course, our final game of the 2024 season for Game Time YurView. I want to thank everyone involved in the broadcast, especially the good folks over at YurView with Paul Downs, Sean Flynn, and Nils Breckhoff, and everyone that's been a part of it. Our great crew here every Friday night, led by Jeff Schneider. Kim Giat, our director tonight. It's Walter Volpatti, and our terrific cameraman. And the ladies also that part of the crew. Couldn't do it without everyone that's been involved in it. Let's send it down to Derry Beckwith with this ITI Technical College sideline report. And Derry, just a complete performance here from Cecilia. Outside of getting a little rough, getting a little careless with the football in the second half, just put on a terrific display here tonight.
And you alluded to it earlier. This is probably the most talented offense we've seen all year. Their skill positions are incredible, but most importantly, the offensive coordinator. A lot of times you have an offense with so much talent, you don't know how to use it. He's getting everybody involved. He's keeping everybody happy. And I think this team's going to be tough to beat next week in the Superdome.
Yeah, I think that's the key. You're right, Terry. The fact that they can just spread this football around, and everybody is. I think everybody is fine, especially your wide receivers. Nobody needs the ball 9, 10 times or something like that. Give it to me 3, 4, 5 times, and I'll make big plays with the opportunities that I've been given.
I think it's just so hard to play against an offense where the guy who gets the ball like Solari every time, he touches the ball every play. He could go all the way every time. I mean, he's a big threat. And so you have to really start there and defend him, the run and the pass. Makes it difficult when you add in these top-notch skill people they have around them.
Pass is caught. And a nice run after the catch here by John Walker. Been very impressed with John Walker here tonight. This kid is legit as a sophomore wide receiver. I think you're going to be hearing a lot about him. Over 40 catches on the season, over 800 yards, over a dozen touchdown catches for John Walker. Donald Williams told us he thinks he's the best player in the class of 2027. He can play quarterback too, physically gifted, runs a 4.5, plays baseball, track, basketball. Outstanding player.
False start on the offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Talked a little bit about Tyron Henderson and the fact that he's coming back next year, and this was really his first year playing football. So he's another guy that's fast and can catch the ball and try to get him on one-on-one situations. Carr just got a big stop defensively, so they lead Catholic High by 2 late in the game, only 90 seconds ago. There's Henderson there. Big, tall, rangy kid. I think, Plaquemine dominated by Mosby and the running game, but they, as long as they don't move John Walker to quarterback, not exactly sure what they're planning to do next season, but they could be terrific on the outside with these wide receivers.
Yeah, they have some kids that can really threaten you deep, and then they got big receivers that can play the intermediate game as well.
John Walker looking to try to make a move here. Determined, and then he's finally taken to the turf. As Bryson Guidry and Frankie Frank made the tackle.
Frankie Frank, you've been waiting all night for that one, haven't you?
He's made some plays here tonight.
He has.
And we have a stoppage. Oh, there's a flag.
I think it's going to be against Plaquemine.
Personal foul, blindside block on the return team, number 14. 15-yard penalty, still first down.
I backs them up a little bit. I'll tell you, with 1:50 to go, we've seen quite a display of skilled people. On both sides of the ball. I think for Plaquemine, he just didn't make enough plays, but this Cecilia team, they had them all over the place.
Yep. Getting a chance to carry the ball, Darrell Tate. It's his final high school football game, too. He's been an outstanding backup to Mosby. Second down and long here for Plaquemine. 90 seconds to go. Nico Victorian. Terrific quarterback here for this Plaquemine team. Pass is short of the receiver.
Victoria's pass intended to Willoughby, incomplete.
For Mosby, he got, as I mentioned, he's got an offer from Louisiana College, but Grambling and Southern are interested in him. He's got good speed, 10.9 in 100 meters, and Mosby also very strong. We've seen that with him running the football. He squats 450 pounds.
I think he can play a little bit at the next level. I think he really can. He's got good speed. He's got good hands.
You know, a guy that rushes for 2,500 yards his senior season, you figure he's got to find somewhere to play in college.
Yeah, somebody will give him a shot.
Henderson making the catch over the middle, moves the football into Cecilia territory as we're getting close to the 1 minute mark. One more minute to go. And the car headed back to the Dome as they defeated Catholic High 21-19. Knew that was going to be a terrific football game. Shaw heading to the state championship game.
Archbishop Shaw team that we saw early in the year, really good football team.
Yeah, you got a couple of Michigan
signees on that.
Yes, on that. Yeah. I guess they're signees. I guess they signed yesterday. No New Orleans teams last year. I want to say for Carr, I think this is the first time that senior class is going to play in a state championship game. That's not. 2022 was the last time they were in a title game. They played.
$90 points in this game.
Yeah. I knew there was going to be a lot. Knew there would be a lot. And I don't know, can you hold the Cecilia team under 45?
Well, the average is 46.
I think if it's Franklinton or Iowa, you got to say we got to hold them under 45 somehow to win.
Well, if you hold them under 45, that's in a state championship game. That's probably pretty close to
another jump ball and knocked away at that time.
You score 46 points in the championship game, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, well, you should. I vaguely remember. Yeah, that's what I say. Carr's last time they've been in a championship game was actually at Turpin Stadium when they lost to Karen Crow. Karen Crow upset. That was a unreal game where that was one of those games I just don't know. I don't want to say Carr wasn't ready to play because you're always ready to play a championship game, but Karen Crow kind of came out and hit him in the mouth, and Carr never really responded. Another ball on the ground and another turnover, and that's probably the way this one should end for Plaquemine. Yeah, it's been that kind of night.
It's been that kind of night. That's where it's been all night for them.
5 turnovers tonight for the Green Devils. Not winning a semifinal game doing that. As the football recovered by Nathan Thornton. And Alexandria Senior High will get to go to the Superdome for the first time as they've defeated John Curtis. But what a run by the Patriots to get to the semifinals. Dunham back in the Dome as well. Seems to me we're going to have a pretty good spread of teams from across the states. Great to see Alexandria Senior High there. You're going to have a couple from the Acadiana area, Cecilia, Vermilion Catholic. But you've had years where you've had a lot more than that. I mean, when you get St. Thomas More in there, Lafayette Christian, Acadiana, those 3 teams that have been prominent fixtures in the state championship game not there this year. You'll have some Baton Rouge teams there, Dunham, Central. St. James has taken the lead over Union Parish, 43-36. And Catholic New Iberia is beating Calvary Baptist.
That's a surprise.
That would be the biggest surprise of the night. Well, Central beating Neville, I think, is a pretty big surprise. But I kind of wonder on Central, on Neville. We saw them, I got a chance to see them earlier in the year. Me and Derry did the game when they beat Calvary Baptist, in fact. And man, they looked so good and so loaded. That game against Ash, when we got to see them, I don't know. You kind of wonder if that Neville team peaked a little bit early. A team that's not peaking early, is peaking at the right time, is the Cecilia Bulldogs, as they are headed back to the Superdome to finish what they started last year. They came up short when they lost to Opelousas a season ago, but this time the Bulldogs, they will be, even though as an 18 seed, and they might even take on the top seed in Franklinton Demons next week, Cecilia may go into that game as the favorite to win it. After an impressive showing here tonight, they've won 4 games on the road, and they're going to the Dome next week. Congratulations to the Cecilia Bulldogs as they defeat Plaquemine 55-35. More coming up from Plaquemine.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call Gaucher Amadei?
Tell him why, Gaucher. Because when you're hurt, you need money. We got a client who injured their head in a wreck, $250,000.
Another of our clients had a very serious back injury, and we got them $1.2 million.
And they deserved every single penny.
We're Gaucher Amadei, your go-to lawyers.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, what do? Call 222-2222.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you, in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit-building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with hope.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy.
Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
55-35, the Cecilia Bulldogs defeat Plaquemine as they are headed back to the Caesar Superdome for a 2nd consecutive year. It's now time for our player of the game, brought to you by Raising Cane's One Love. And with a lot of choices here from Cecilia, but the guy we got to go to is the one that was doing it all. Ellis Stewart gets this big interception. This was when the game was a 1-point game. He gets this interception, and then look at him. He's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Nobody can bring this guy down, or he got down to the 4-yard line anyways. But how about this catch over the defender? No chance on the 50-50 ball. More like 90-10 with Ellis Stewart as the guy catching the football, and he again is our Raising Canes player of the game. And let's send it down to the field and Derry Beckwith.
Ellis, outstanding game. You are a Swiss Army knife for this football team. What was your mindset coming into tonight?
Well, I felt like we had some unfinished business from last year, but Plaquemine started, talking early, and we don't like to talk a lot. We really like to show it, and I feel like my team really showed out today. They did better than we did all playoffs, like offense-wise, defense-wise, special teams. Everybody did their part today, and the outcome is why that was the outcome today.
Last year, you guys lost to Opelousas. This year, you headed back to the Dome. It's your senior year. What will it take for you guys to bring a title home?
Well, it's going to take the same thing we did today, hard work and dedication. It start on Sunday. We got to start in practice, keep everybody up, and then it's going to transfer into the game. But this time we got to finish what we started.
Ellis, congratulations, man. Go celebrate with your team. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a look at our drive of the game. And our drive of the game brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. Trapp Chevrolet in Houma, where we're always on our side. And third touchdown of the game. Here you look at Stewart on the end around, looking for somewhere to run. This was a little bit more of a methodical drive here from Cecilia. Not as many of the big plays. They get the ball here to B.J. Gordon. Couple guys he's able to miss. Look at that. He can make a guy miss in a phone booth, can he?
And that's been the problem all night. That was the problem all night for Plaquemine. Missed tackles, guys just running right past him.
And then Solari gets tackled there, and Solari will float one up there once again. And guess what? There's going to be a Cecilia player that comes down with it, and that was B.J. Gordon, the Raging Cajun. And that was a bit of why this one was all Cecilia tonight. We'll wrap things up from Plaquemine when we come back here on Game Time.
I've been driving Mercedes for 15 years or longer. I believe you can get all the bells and whistles in a C-Class. I just like the size. The size fits me.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar. And you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season.
The truth is, accidents happen, and they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. It's never convenient to be injured or have unexpected medical bills. You see, the problem is we can't prepare for an accident because we never know when they're going to happen. They happen when we leave
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
And after every Cecilia win, part of the celebration is chasing after Coach Dennis Skanes. I'm not exactly sure what the reason is behind that, but hey, it's gotten Cecilia to the state championship game for a second consecutive year in a row.
What do they do if they catch him?
I don't know. Maybe they'll catch him next week. If they win the Division II non-select state championship game, Jeff Palermo and Greg Bowser will be Cecilia and Franklinton in the Prep Classic. That should be a fantastic matchup. And again, Cecilia, Greg, is not your ordinary 18 seed.
No, they had some injuries early, and I think that hurt them a little bit. But they got healthy now, and when they're a healthy football team, they're tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Their offense is really good. Defensively, they're undersized, but they play well. They played very well against a really good Plaquemine team.
especially in the defensive secondary. They don't really give up too many big plays. We didn't see that at all here tonight. As DJ Solari, he's the guy that makes this show go, throwing the ball up there to Ellis Stewart, who made terrific plays time in and time again. Here's Solari running the football. I mean, try and get in front of that guy when he's running the football. Great end of a high school career for Tyrese Mosby, finishing off with over 2,500 yards rushing. Plaquemine was able to get some turnovers in the second half, but too little too late. Plaquemine ended up turning the ball over 5 times here tonight. And how about that little trickery play there on the hook and lateral? Results in another touchdown for Cecilia. As running it in there was Jermaine Davis. Nico Victorian throwing that interception there to B.J. Gordon.
Yeah, I think for Plaquemine what happened was, they got behind real early, and that caused them not to be able to use the running back. Couldn't use the running game. They had to get out of that, and then they got in trouble to start throwing interceptions.
Plaquemine forced some turnovers in the second half, but there was such a large deficit, they just never really can get back in this game. Tyron Henderson, who will have a big senior season next year. This was a fun play that just didn't end up in 2 points as the kicker unable to make the catch. That's Aiden Landry. But again, some more turnovers here. It got really sloppy in the second half. Darian Bosley returning that fumble for a touchdown. And those highlights brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all 7s or visit onmyside.com. Well, Greg, we've made it for another season. Man, we saw some terrific football all year long.
Really good football. And I'll tell you, when you got to November, they really picked up.
Yeah,
you can see the team's intensity has picked up, and it was really good. High school football, tremendous. There's going to be a heck of a games in the Dome next weekend, so it should be exciting.
It all starts on Thursday at noon with the first game, and you can watch all the games again here on YurView, Cox Cable Channel 4. The LHSAA Network, and the NFHS Network. So we look forward to seeing you in the Dome. Should be a lot of fun for 8 state championship games starting on Thursday. That does it for everyone involved in our broadcast. Again, want to thank all the great folks at YurView. Want to thank all the coaches and the principals and everyone that helped us put on all these games every Friday night to you. For our great crew, led by Jeff Schneider, Kim Guion, Walter Volpatti, for Derry Beckwith, Greg Bowser, I'm Jeff Blermel. Congratulations again to the Cecilia Bulldogs. They're headed back to the Caesars Superdome, and you watched it right here on YurView.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar, and you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call Gaucher Amade?
Because when you're hurt, you need money.
We got a client who needed hand surgery after a car wreck, $200,000.
We're Gaucher Amade, your go-to lawyers.
Call 222-2222. The truth is, accidents happen, and they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. It's never convenient to be injured or have unexpected medical bills. You see, the problem is we can't prepare for an accident because we never know when they're going to happen. They happen when we leave
Experience Acadiana's most exclusive steakhouse, Mr. Lester's at Cypress Bayou. Make your reservation today. Space is limited.
Back to Cypress Bayou Casino.
Why should I call Gaucher Amade? Because when you're hurt, you need money.
We got a client who cracked their sternum in a car wreck, $197,000.
We're Gaucher Amade, your go-to lawyers.
Call 222-2222.
Hi, Joe Martin here, and I wanted to tell you now is the time to start or go back to college. And ITI is here to help you with smaller classes, free tutoring, full-time night courses, and funding opportunities for those who qualify. We have seen thousands of our graduates obtain a better life through a 2-year technical degree. So call now or go online to ITI, where we want to see you succeed.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh, okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the board earls at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David
or Digger?
I plead the fifth.
Well played.
Wise choice.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.